Welcome back, glorious listeners, to another week of Boardwalk Empire. Where we last left off with our wayward investigators, they had just got done with a secret auction hosted by the ne'er-do-wells of the city. There they saw some interesting movers and shakers of things that happen behind the scenes. Met with a very interesting drow fellow, and were able to secure Coulteroff's missing child for a hefty sum of over $20 million. Where will this lead them? How much will it take to pay back Mrs. Madam Tully? We'll find out this week on Boardwalk Empire. Alright, you guys are sitting in the car, you're rolling back.
Alright.
Madam Tully, or y'all arrive at your location, unless y'all want to say something to her on the ride back.
Oh, hold on. I will sit there and tell Madam Tully to tell Arwell I'll be by to see her soon.
You're not very clear, dude. What did you say?
Oh, hold on. That I'll be by to see Lady Arwell, my girl, sometime soon.
Yes, dear. I'm sure you will.
We dropped off the dragon yet?
You're about to be dropped off at the precinct. All of you.
Okay. Sorry, I had to go talk to someone.
No, you're fine. If y'all don't have anything else, you pull up in front of the precinct, and her driver comes around and opens up the door for you guys.
Cool.
Well,
Get out and get in.
I hope you all had a wonderful evening. I'm gonna have to go and look over my books.
Yes. Thank you again for all the assistance with this. You've done the greatest of a favor, and we will make sure we hold our end of the bargain as well.
Oh, don't worry. It won't be nothing too hard for you boys. And lady. Mostly I just might need a couple of things taken care of, more within the purview of your law. I don't want to put people out of what they already do.
It is appreciated.
I might request a couple of individuals be left into my care, but you won't have to worry about that. I might even have some info on some people for you. Just remember to come calling. Do it properly next time, please.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
Understood.
Now y'all take care now. And Killendrell, if
Yes,
you see
ma'am.
your mama again, tell her she's always welcome. I miss having our tea on Sunday.
I will, ma'am. Hopefully that can be arranged.
You take care now, boy, and remember, family's precious.
Kill gives her a nod of respect and
All right. Bye now. And the door closes. The driver gives you all a nod, heads back to the driver's seat, and drives off down the street.
We're just sitting there holding a dragon in front of a police station.
Well, in front of your
precinct.
Yeah,
yeah,
I know,
your
just the image.
Yep.
Well, let's go in and see if we can't get a hold of Tracy. I have a feeling we
Val,
need
you still have that direct message scroll?
Sorry?
That scroll that
Yes,
Tracy...
you do. A message scroll.
I have a message scroll?
Yes, you do.
Okay.
It's tied directly to Tracy.
Oh.
Once we get in...
It
Yeah, let's
wasn't
go
in
inside
your
first.
inventory. Yeah.
Let's do this once we get in the precinct. And we can tell Tracy that we have the child.
It's the middle of the night. It's not occupied at all right now.
All right. Can anyone communicate with it? I can talk to him, but I don't I can't hear what he says in return. I don't know the language.
I know I cannot.
Anyway, I'm going to pull out the scroll, and I'm going to... Give me a second, because I'm going to make sure I do the message properly. I only have 25 words. I'm going to cast and say, Tracy, it's fall. We have recovered the offspring, and we are currently at the precinct. Get here as soon as you can. That's it.
The message goes up in flames.
Mm-hmm. And I should hear a response, I imagine.
On the way.
He's coming. All right.
I'm gonna make some coffee. Anyone want some?
Yes. I'm gonna look at him. I'm gonna talk to the dragon head. Are you hungry?
It does a little foot yawn and goes to sleep.
Never mind. Let's just leave him be on the table there. I'm thinking. Actually, do you have decaf? It's late as hell.
Question is, decaf even invented in this time
I don't think
period?
decaf is invented
I'm
yet.
looking it up.
I want to say that's
There is
around.
tea.
The first commercial decaffeination process was invented in 1900 by Ludwig Ursellis, who founded a German company.
But when was commercial decaf available?
The first commercial decaffeination process, by 1912, he was marketing a decaffeinated coffee in Europe called Sanka. This coffee was introduced to the U.S. in 1923. Nope, no decaf for 3 more years.
Yep, there's tea and water.
3 more
I
years
like
ago.
tea then. I like tea.
Gil also gets a kettle on the stove so it can
there's
get boiling.
tea going. No need for caffeine this late.
Well, almost seems like it doesn't really affect me at this late at night, but
I'm gonna go get changed. I don't want to ruin the suit.
yeah. At least get changed to where you're not going to ruin your actual proper clothes.
That's what I meant. I'm gonna go put on my work clothes.
Gil sets the. That's the. Would it be a percolator nowadays, or is there actually a coffee machine?
There's... It would be a percolator.
Okay.
Like the one you heat up
Mhm.
on the stove, probably,
Mhm.
yeah.
He gets the percolator set on the stove. It's very much has the grounds in a little basket on top, and as the water boils, it goes up, goes into the grounds, and comes back down.
That is indeed how a percolator works.
And he sets that onto the stove so it can get into boiling and making coffee, and he goes to the room that he has here in the precinct and gets changed himself.
Yep. DM question.
Mm-hmm.
What was the final sum that she ended up paying? 20 million?
Mm-hmm.
Jesus. Trying to think of what 20 million.
This is a
would be.
live dragon.
Yeah. I know, it's on the fucking table. I'm
The
looking
whole
at him.
thing.
The little guy, at least.
They were trying to part it out.
Yeah. Sick. Hunting is one thing, but not intelligent creatures.
You're in your room when you say this, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm muttering to myself. I'm gonna come back out because it doesn't take long to get changed.
For a human, yes. Centaur takes a little bit.
I'm assuming there's a set of hoist and pulleys involved.
Yeah. Well, the human half should be pretty fucking easy.
Yeah. It's the putting something around the naughty bits. That would be the most difficult part, because
Mhm.
Well, I don't know. We never established how flexible the centaur spine is. Can they just be like an owl and turn around at the waist?
I'm assuming it's kind of like I think it's more like think of like a clothes or a shower curtain, kind of almost.
Capron?
kind of something like that. You would pull it around, and it's kind of all centaur kind of wear, because they wouldn't wear pants.
It'd be
It's like a
difficult.
dog wearing pants.
Yeah, how does a dog wear pants?
Mm-hmm. And people know better not to look underneath what's underneath.
It's
Plus they're
considered
Indian.
highly impolite. Like, you've been around society for hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds of years now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Bill's that old?
No, like his species.
I know him.
They've been around since the ancient Greeks, so. So yeah, it's considered a faux pas to do so.
Yeah, I will be back shortly. She's...
But yeah. Guys, wait for a little bit. The wormling wakes up and starts walking around the precinct.
They just wandering around doing like
Yeah, and it's like
thing.
pushing over like your waste bins and stuff like that.
Oh, pretty much a large cat. Got it.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that out loud.
Yeah, that's player character. Or a player.
Yeah, because I mean,
Quickly, someone go up to it and make the cat thing. Your little ball of destruction. See how well that turns out.
Gil's not going to do that.
yeah, it's got average intelligence, so it's not dumb. But yeah, I can only speak Draconic.
For now. Until at least, what? About 100 years later? And it's at least an adolescent?
Um,
I'm pretty sure there's some lessons you can give it.
Can I do a nature check on the age rate of dragons, even though I'm not good at it?
Sure, go ahead.
Someone's got to roll tonight. Hey! That's not dirty
Dirty
20.
20.
Actually, age fairly quickly.
Up to a
They're-
point.
Yeah, but if you were to compare it to a human, it takes them about 2 years to
Yeah.
grow up.
They grow up pretty quickly and then slow down a bit. They'll be a young dragon in a couple of years, and then, well, an adult will take longer still, but they grow quick.
Yeah, at least a young dragon, I think, might be able to speak common. I could be wrong. I'm not someone that works with a lot of dragons.
Well, this one should be able to speak Draconic, I think.
Well,
I think the
better said Madame Tully, and I think what she spoke to it was Draconic.
Oh, can any of us speak Draconic? I can, as I said, I can talk to him, but he's asleep.
No, he's awake and walking. He is awake and walking around.
Hey,
Oh, Warlord, send me the thing from last night because I was here when you guys. You didn't paste it. You
What
didn't.
thing?
Whatever Tully said. At the end,
Oh.
if you even remember. A week is a long time.
Yeah. Pretty much she's like, I kind of surmised what pretty much is going on right now. She'll call in her favor whenever she needs to. She's got to go take care of her books right now. Oh yeah, you do know how to speak Draconic, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Oh, okay.
No,
Yes,
no,
I will type it out to you.
Yep.
Oh, I'll just type it out.
Yeah,
Oh.
just type it out in Draconic.
turns out Madame Tully was a villain all along.
It tells him to eat us or something. I don't know.
I don't favor his odds.
And also, I think it would be kind of weird for it to try and chew on Johnny as well.
I think he can tell you're not meat.
I mean, I hope he would, but
Speaking of which, I'm gonna go check the fridge and see if we've got any like beef or anything in there that I'm just like, what does a dragon eat? Actually,
What is the oldest language known to man?
that's
that
still
is-
spoken.
I don't know.
The
I'm Googling
oldest
it now.
language that we have an idea of would be Proto-Indo-European, but that's the basis of all Western language. So, in terms of oldest continuously spoken, I don't
So
know.
Draconic sounds like Sumerian.
Oh,
Yeah, it sounds like a bunch of bullshit to you people.
so it's an Aramaic language. Gotcha.
Squiggle, squiggle, clay tablet. Man
And it's
doing
written
squiggle
in chicken
dance.
scratch.
As someone who's studied that in depth, I find that both accurate and disappointing. What's funny is almost every tablet we have is literally just record keeping.
Yeah. This motherfucker owes me 3 bushels on pain of losing his dick.
Yeah. Well, an interesting thing is they'd actually create a clay ball as a sort of tamper on the tablets, because the tablets could also be used to represent ownership. So they create the tablet, dry it, and then make a clay sphere around it. So when you go deliver it, they know it hasn't been tampered with because it's still encased in the sphere, and then you break it.
Johnny's still hanging out in the. Well, he said he was what, and then just I guess left him on it. We just left him on the table, and he woke up.
Yep.
And started going around the precinct doing what he wants.
Yep. I'm just keeping an eye on him, mostly just making sure he doesn't get into anything he's not supposed to. He's
Yep.
mostly just curious and probably happy to be awake.
Yeah. Johnny perks up and starts talking to him, or directly towards him.
Give me one sec. Let me.
What is it called?
Sumerian. S-U-M-E. Oh, okay.
Sorry, I was looking for the map because I just needed to visualize it in my head again.
Oh, safe house. Here.
Yeah.
How do
I
you
got it.
pull up a map? Because I've never actually learned that.
So when you go to images, the images tab under campaign, at the very bottom of that window, there's a search bar. On the right, there's a button. If you click that, it'll go to shared modules.
Ah, okay.
And those are things that are specific to the campaign that have been shared.
Yep. Where is a fucking square there?
Excuse me.
I didn't know you could talk to dragons, Johnny.
Yes, I am.
Oh, no, that's a professional one. I need a digital one.
What are you looking for?
I was looking for a translation to from Sumerian.
That's gonna be hard to.
And all of them you have to pay for. God damn it.
So,
Wait, it's a nut job to want to do that for a fucking.
Sumerian language. Let me take a look.
Does it overly matter very much?
No, not really.
The other thing to remember is Sumerian has not been spoken in 1900 years, so knowing how it sounds is probably not reliable. It's also a language isolate, which means there's no direct family languages, so I'd look up Egyptian or Coptic, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Because that,
Okay, that'll work.
because not only is that a language you can actually find, it's still spoken today.
Yeah, I guess I'll use Egyptian. That'll work.
Well, that's the other question: is are these Western or Chinese or Eastern dragons? Because otherwise, it could just be Chinese.
Nah,
No, what's wrong with
Cantonese or Mandarin?
I've already used Chinese.
Now,
It'd be Western as fuck. Any of the dragons monsters are all Western. I don't think there should have been a Chinese dragon properly, anyways.
Well, if it's a true dragon, then it's Western, certainly.
Yeah.
Like how people get fed up over the distinctions between a dragon and a wyvern, and it's like, a wyvern's still a dragon, you realize.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Just
but it's not a true dragon.
Correct. But that
Which is why
does
we
not
did
mean
it
it's any
what?
less fucking dangerous in most
This
settings.
is true. It will still fuck you up.
That's cool looking though. Yeah.
But also, a true
Mind you,
dragon
in
has
D&D,
6
a
limbs.
wyvern, I would much rather fight a wyvern than a true dragon in most
Mhm.
circumstances, but
Also, a wyvern has 4 limbs, whereas a dragon has 6.
Fuck it, I'll just use Arabic.
yes.
Hmm.
It's usually defined as more number of legs and where the wings are, but yeah. Just because
Well-
it's easier than saying limbs, because people like disconnect.
Also, I know how to pronounce Arabic a little bit more from my years as being a Muslim.
Your years as being a Muslim.
Yep.
Was it a gig? Like you?
No, I was a practicing Muslim for a while.
Interesting.
Fuck. I just got garlic sauce
Yeah.
over my.
I
fucking
personally don't
box.
even know where to start when it comes to comprehending Arabic.
Damn it.
It's got sounds that I don't know what they do.
Again, in Troyes, Ilea, Afresetai.
What did he say, Johnny?
He refers to the precinct as small and is asking where we keep prey. Wait 1 second.
Where are the dogs right now, by the way?
Downstairs.
Let's keep them downstairs.
Hmm.
I'm gonna say before anyone else fucking says. They're downstairs.
Here, Alexi's sleeping comfortably with them around.
They're all bundled up together.
Yeah, they're just
Walk
in a
into
big fucking-
Alexi's room and they're just all like piled on top of him like a bunch of Saint Bernards.
It's just like it's a fucking
He's-
igloo
he's-
full of the sled dogs. Just
Yep,
you
he
know.
is asleep like a baby. He loves it. He's like
Yep.
at home.
Oh,
Alright.
I know. I'll grab a plate as soon as I get. No, we don't. I don't think we have any prey here, but well, if he's looking for something to hunt, we might have some food in the fridge, maybe. But could also just be wise to wait until Mom shows up. I have a feeling she'll have a better grasp on what to feed. Well, at the very least, Tracy will know what he'll want to eat.
Yep, just give me a second.
I would like to move towards Greg Larva.
You all hear a bunch of shouts and like
Never
screams
mind.
from outside.
That is either very good or very bad. I go to the door. I'm just gonna open it. What's going on?
You see, look up a picture of Kulturov.
Yeah, is she in full dragon form?
Yep.
Just gonna wave.
Oh, bro, Kolv doesn't fly. I want to make that clear.
How
Kolv
close?
has no.
This
How close
Kolv
is
does.
she to me?
This Kolv does.
This Kolv's gold became wings.
Yep.
That sounds fucking insane. Flying Kolv Tara. Someone's done it.
Yeah.
Ma'am, I'm not sure if you can hear me from up there, but your child is safe inside if you'd like to come in.
You watch as Kulturov like walks down the street, like knocking over a couple of parked cars.
Get inside.
This is a massive dragon.
Dwarfs the
She-
building. Want to make that clear.
Well-
She can be very big.
And you watch as she brings her head down to you.
It's just
Like-
inside.
Good. And you just feel like hot breath just like kind of knock you off your feet a little bit.
Double back.
And in the background you can see like a bronze dragon.
Oh, that would be Tracy.
Not as big as she is, but he's pretty big. And he's like flying in as well.
And probably transfers
He
just
looks panicked.
I do suppose the flying was
You have
this
a-
way.
You have a grand dragon walking down your street.
And I'm just chatting with it. Would you,
People
would you
looking
like
at
to come
you like you're-
inside, or would you like us to bring him out?
It's a girl.
Oh. Apologies, I was told he. Anyway, I can go get her, or you can come in. Good gesture to the door.
Mortals. And you watch as she glows, and then she shrinks down to what you previously saw her as.
Gonna hold the door for her.
She gives a nod. A lot of people are kind of looking out of their houses right now. Like,
Someone's screaming about their car.
Yeah.
My God! I didn't even finish paying it off yet.
I
It's still
have
got-
it, yes.
Actually, not gonna work
I'm
average
going to
stand.
use thaumaturgy to make my voice extra loud. I'm going to say, everyone return to your homes. There is nothing to be worried about. We'll deal with the cause in a bit.
And you suddenly see Tracy land, and he just immediately, as landing, starts to shift, and he's like... He comes up to you, he's like...
She's okay.
I tried to stop her. God,
Well,
this is gonna make up... Oh God, there's so much more paperwork.
well,
Good job, though. And
thanks.
he pats you on the shoulder and walks in.
Yep. Good news is the damage is limited to personal property. It's easy for the government to say nothing about.
And then you all see Kolsarov. She's sitting there, and she's... The wormling is kind of looking at her, and she's looking up the wormling.
Bill just stands just outside his room, but like he doesn't want to get involved in this shit.
All comes inside, but he's staying by the door.
I'm just gonna sit at the table, drink coffee, and call it.
Actually, never mind. Vol's gonna go get that tea.
And I have no idea how much you guys can understand.
Lakat jalatni teflat kwalikwa.
Who was speaking?
That was Kolsarov.
Okay, speaking to the wormling. Got it.
And you hear her say again, Pap Anitra Bik Allah Fi Alamakif. Which, honestly, yeah, if you look at Arabic, it does kind of look like Draconic.
Yeah,
So it fits.
the alphabet fits even.
The wormling is silent and, like, holding its head down to, or she's holding her head down onto the ground. Tracy's just like, cool Taraf. Maybe you should ease up on the child. It's had a rough situation.
Yeah.
And she just looks over at him. And you watch as Tracy just kind of like makes himself look small. Thank you all for solving this situation for me.
Our pleasure.
I'll sit there and bow to her, and I will say, even though it cost me my arm, a mother should never be without her child.
Thank you.
No one else gonna say anything?
I'm still excited to drink a cup of coffee.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk over to Tracy. You want and just kind of whisper in his ear. Do you want some coffee?
You just watch as he's like. He gives a nod.
Yeah, and I'm gonna go get him a glass, get him some coffee because looks like he could use it. Hand it back to him.
I'm gonna ask her if did you find out how your child was abducted? Like what security
The
loophole?
matter has been
got around?
taken care of.
Okay. Just wanted to offer our services if you needed help.
Rocco, what happened is none of our
Suffice-
concern.
Suffice to say, the individuals responsible will never do so again. And she gets a weird predatory smile on her face.
Justice is served.
I don't need to roll an insight check for that.
Yeah.
You can feel the grimace fill the room. It's an aura of just
Murder.
yeah.
Pure. You get that primordial sense that all creatures get when they're in the room with an apex predator.
And threatened by it, yeah. That the fight or flight is kicking in already.
Yeah.
It's
I
that
bet
part of the
Tracy's
monkey
is
brain.
also shitting bullets.
Yeah.
Well, I
When
got
she
him some
said that.
coffee at least.
It's the part still left in a human's mind from when they were an ape, saying that gurgly noise behind you and the sharp pang its teeth you feel in your neck. Means
You
next
see
3
what people
seconds,
do when they get
they're dead.
attacked by animals, or if their child gets attacked by animals. We've still got the fight in us. We just don't like to acknowledge it.
Mhm.
Yeah. Ali Alan Sanakwish Hada Indalma Nawit Ila Almanzi. And she turns around and starts to walk off. And you watch as the wormling just scurries super quickly. The deposit will be in your accounts. Again, thank you.
A respectful nod.
Kill gives her a respectful nod, granted. And she's probably almost at the door by the time that happens.
And as the door closes, you all hear shouting again, and just
He turned into a
the
dragon. again,
windows shake.
She immediately flew off again, didn't she?
I'm guessing so.
Tracy just takes a long sip of coffee.
I'm gonna go make sure nobody outside was hurt by that. I'll be back in a few.
There's some shattered windows when you walk outside.
Okay. Just making mental notes. Nobody appears injured, though, I take it.
No.
Okay. I'm gonna go back in before people start asking
You do
me
hear
questions.
police cars starting to show up, though.
Okay. I'm gonna go back inside. Tracy, what would you like me to say to the local cops? Because they're all arriving.
Don't even say anything. They'll see her moving off, and they will promptly turn around.
All right. Looks like
And
the damage.
you hear what it sounds like the tyrant's coming close, and then they sound like they're going away.
You were not wrong. The good news is it looks like she only damaged a few parking meters, 2 or 3 cars, a semi, and quite a few windows. So she did hit the shop front a few stores down.
At least that was the amount of damage that she had done, not what
She'll
she.
pay for it.
At least that was
At
the
least-
damage she
Yeah.
could have done, not the what would happen if we didn't find her young.
Yeah.
We are more fortunate she decided to take the lesson to her abode and not do so in the middle of the city.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
However, she seemed rather calm for what I expected.
Yeah. You watch as Tracy just takes out a table seat for himself. I helped her find out the people responsible. Apparently, some of her handmaidens thought to make a quick buck.
That is a very foolish decision.
Hmm.
Few creatures are stupid enough to defy a dragon.
Yeah, I think time keeps going on, and some people think we're not as powerful as we once were.
Well, at least we're not under that one person that did all those raids on people who hundreds got killed by him.
Oh yeah, Palmer.
Mm-hmm.
May rot in hell.
Yeah.
Whichever one takes him.
Well,
Who
He's got
knows?
some
He might
choice.
be divided into all of them for all we know.
might be the most convenient outcome, quite frankly. Ugh.
But yeah, I managed to head back over there, and she had found the people responsible, and they were
Consumed?
if only.
Oh.
Let me guess. Left on bait.
If
Or-
only. Surprisingly, I didn't know she was capable of such.
So she tortured them. All right.
Hmm.
Well, let's just.
I'll be right back.
By jurisdiction of the law, she has diplomatic immunity.
And even if she didn't, I don't think we would be stopping her.
Well, the only one alive who could probably even talk her down or even contend with her is Altarian, and no one's seen him for years.
Either way.
I mean, well,
a couple dozen of you could do it.
I'm not that stupid, kid.
I know.
Not that stupid.
Yeah.
None of us are that old anymore. Maybe Tiamat.
That's going up a whole nother tier.
Yeah. No one's even known how to summon her in generations of my kind.
I'm curious. What was the child's name?
Anexia.
Nexia. Oh. Hopefully the rest of their life will be more peaceful than what they were put through at such a young age.
I highly doubt.
Yeah, Kultaroth is not the most,
Affectionate?
she likes the old ways. That and our nature inevitably ends up influencing us. Like, look at me. I'm bronze.
Mhm.
I like law and order.
Yep.
If I was born red, I might be more violent. She's black. Maybe she'll not end up like most of her kin. They usually don't live long.
One can only hope.
Well,
Yeah, there's not that many of us anymore.
well, if she turns out as well as you did, then I think she's going to be upstanding member of society one way or another.
Well, that's the great question, isn't it? Nature versus nurture. Sometimes there's no helping who we are.
Indeed.
But with someone
Especially
like
the
Cody
hoarding
is
thing. The
Yeah.
hoarding is the hardest one to break.
Yeah, it's a built-in compulsion, basically.
Sometimes it makes me wish I was silver. It's so much easier to do their hoards.
Don't silver dragons like to live in the sky? Kind of.
I mean, I haven't met one personally.
Oh.
But from what I've heard, they like to hoard, just companionship.
Oh.
It's a lot easier.
That's downright pleasant.
Well, we can only accept what we are in the now. We cannot change what we are in the past.
Yeah. Well, good news is, she did leave a nice little penny for all you guys. And you watch as he pulls out a couple of billfolds and he spreads them across the table.
Oh my.
It's $200 a piece for each one of you. Non-taxed.
All
Consider it a personal donation from a very wealthy friend.
right. Indeed. Well, it is greatly appreciated. Certainly.
And it's not a bribe. It's just there's certain things we
Payment for
my
services.
people do not my kind do not like owing people anything.
Well.
And I feel this is justification. Think of it as a end of the year bonus.
Certainly.
Understood, sir.
Rocco,
Yeah. Hello?
I've been thinking about the way I reacted. And I'd like to apologize to all of you. You especially.
Okay.
It's not proper for your boss to treat you all in such a manner. And for that, I apologize.
No apology is
But let's
accepted.
try and keep.
Sir, with all due respect, it was spur of the moment, and it's something unusual in certain situations took place. That's not.
Indeed.
Well, I think the important thing is to remember you all got out of this situation safe. This could have gone south 6 different ways.
Yes, and I don't think I want to hear the bagpipes for anyone to be buried.
And the people of New York will only be treated tomorrow with a 3rd-page article about dragons in the middle of the city briefly.
Yeah, I wish more people did not have to see me show up, because I don't want to have to deal with the weird fanatics. I swear. Kobolds.
They worship dragons, don't they?
You have no idea.
You're absolutely correct in that.
Like, I understand there are technically
Distant
family,
cousins? Yeah.
but not all of us like the weird. It almost feels like slavery.
What do you mean by that? Like the kobolds are slaves, or?
That's the way they want to be treated.
At least we're not in.
Well, as you said before, it's difficult to change one's nature.
At least we're not in the Middle East, where some people still do slavery. Sadly.
Well, yes. But those countries I haven't met an Eastern Dragon. Apparently they do still engage in the whole dragon clans type thing. Most of us here in the West gave up that behavior a long time ago. You mortals kind of helped influence that. Most of your nations started to get rid of slavery, and, if we wanted to interact, it was a big social faux pas.
Certainly.
At least the Dragonborn, or at least they're just respectful about it.
Yeah.
But
Tracy-
kobolds, they just... they insist upon it, almost.
It's kind of like a petulant child that wants to play with their uncle or something.
That's a fair assessment.
Tracy, many times now you've mentioned that there are not many of you left. How many dragons are there in the States these days?
Well, there's myself, my mate, Koltharoth, as you've already met,
And then who's ever under?
Namiel lives out in California. She wants to be a movie star.
I mean,
Well, with the innate ability to polymorph, she'd be an excellent character actor.
and also she probably could change her voice to play different roles, depending on if she wants to be.
Yeah.
Is she a copper?
Oh no, she's surprisingly she's a blue.
So there aren't many at all.
And I'm,
Those are the ones I know of here in the United States.
and I'm guessing Koltarov has a few under her care still that are still quite young.
Well, there's Anixia, and she has a twin, Nathanos. I think there's a green up in Canada. I've never met him. I've heard word that he lives up in the far north, though. Mostly sticks to himself.
Prior to meeting you and beginning to work here, I'd only met one dragon, Estekos, who, well, is up in Norway. He's white, fairly young.
Oh, so he's an idiot.
Oh, massive. He's technically the mayor of a town, but I think they just kind of put him there to calm him down. He's
So
kind
a
of the town
figurehead.
mascot. No, yeah, he's more the town mascot in a way.
Why
seems
am
to
I
like
not surprised?
He seems to like the position. People give him things, you know? And in
I mean, at
exchange,
least
they-
he's not going out like we used to do and just eating random people.
Contrary to that, he actually has helped the town out against monsters in the past. So
Huh.
So he's
Might
not
need
a
to-
complete idiot.
no, he's very what would I describe it? Animalistic.
Yes, I say they're idiots, but it's honestly not polite to say.
He
They're
can
not
speak.
dumb. They're just they don't think a lot of things through.
Mhm.
It's very much do or do not. There's no middle ground.
So very,
There is no try.
they're very instinctual.
Correct. There's quite a few of the Eastern dragons around, but they're weird. They're us, but they're not.
Whole
It's
different
weird.
culture.
Well, they're more spiritual.
Huh.
Like, we've hired a couple of philosophers and all that to try and look into it, just to see if we're even related. 'Cause they don't even act like us. And they like breeding with humans. Yuck.
Oh, everyone has their interests, certainly.
Messing up the bloodlines there.
Is it
There's not
common
that
for
many.
dragons? Is it common for dragons to breed with a different type, or is it more if you're bronze, you generally have a bronze for your mate?
Well,
I'm not trying
that
to pry. I'm
used-
just curious.
no. Well, I mean, it's the middle of the night and we got nothing else going on. Sure. For the
And
most
beer's
part,
illegal.
no. My mate is personally not. She's a goal.
Oh.
She's actually closer off. If what you guys actually say, daughter. Yeah. Technically, I'm married into the family. Hence why they asked me to talk to her.
Dealing with the in-laws on a whole different level, clearly.
Yes. Imagine your mother-in-law is generations on you, could kill you with a fucking swipe of her tail.
If looks could kill, that'd be Koltarov.
Yes. It's weird when she tries to speak to me like I'm a son. It's awkward.
I can imagine.
Well, son-in-law, quote unquote, but
No, she tries to treat me like her actual son just because she helped raise me. That's part of her hoarding problem. Is she takes in children.
I mean, it's better than the alternative.
Oh, at least she's taking dragon children.
Yeah. You think that, don't you? You think it stops at dragons.
So wait, she has other species that she takes care of?
Yeah, she's... Now, don't get me wrong, she's not malicious and, like, holds on to them or anything like that. She helps, you know, wayward children. The war did a lot for horrible families.
That pretty much looks after...
Yes, Val, you are right. Yes, he is technically married to his stepsister.
I just had to say it. Like, I didn't actually say that out loud. That was an out of
Yeah,
character.
no.
Mhm.
She certainly
But
seems
no,
to
we
be
usually don't try and stick with the whole I will only marry my color thing. That thing went out the window around when Jesus was still alive. There just weren't that many of us. The wars have been killing us. And humans hunting us down.
Yeah, well...
Because they needed to have the special little artifacts and things like that. Or do you know that there was one Roman emperor who thought it was a great idea just to hold one of us in a zoo like we're some type of pet?
How did that work out for him?
Was that Caesar?
Well, you remember the fall... you remember Nero, right?
From history, yes.
Yeah. Why do you think Rome burnt down around him?
Oh.
Sounds like he got what was coming to him in that case.
I'm guessing Tolkaroth was around that time, I'm guessing, as well.
Yes.
Would it be not far off to say that she had a hand in it? Granted, I'm not saying that wasn't a bad thing.
I've never thought to ask.
Probably a good thing that you haven't, because it might bring up some weird...
No, it would certainly make for
I
an interesting
suspect she has
Thanksgiving
something
dinner
to do with the
conversation.
disappearance of the Library of Alexandria, though.
Oh,
I mean...
I'm just thinking a motive for that. Who burns down a library? Oh well.
Maybe
Yeah,
there was...
burnt it down. That's what they...
Oh, okay. Now I have an idea.
Hmm.
Every dragon's
Suffice to
hoard.
say, she has a very large library.
What do you hoard then, if you don't mind me by asking? I was curious.
Oh, books.
Oh, wonderful.
My hoard is mostly knowledge.
I mean, that's better
I definitely
than...
respect that.
It's better than...
Ancient law books. I even have a copy of the Republic. Original
Really?
copy of the
Oh
Republic.
my.
Yeah, it was a wedding gift. Koltarov gave it to me.
Well, now I know what to get you for your birthday, I suppose.
Oh, we don't celebrate birthdays, kid. I'm way too old.
After a certain number, it just becomes irrelevant, basically.
Pretty much after, yeah, once we hit the adult phase, no one even tries to bother with your birthdays anymore.
That happens to us too, but it's usually around the age of 40.
Oh, God, I forgot you guys don't live that long.
We get a lot done in our time.
None of us are elves, to be honest. At least none of us are elves, because that's the only long-lived race out of us mortals.
The
Yeah,
dwarves live
slightly...
350, 400
Yeah,
and something.
yeah, Lexi's not that young.
Johnny,
Don't
in
ever ask him
theory,
about how he feels about Stalin.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
not too sure how I feel about that either.
I've chatted with him before, not about that, but I've heard some stories from his time over there.
Yeah.
Isn't...
Can you believe the guy just took over as secretary?
I would say he was a mad genius in a way. He put himself in the position where he was the one to hand out the jobs. And then when Lenin died, well, actually Lenin's still...
Lenin's still
Stalin
alive.
isn't in power yet.
No.
Not yet. But
he does know. He does know about Lenin. Everybody kind of knows about Lenin, though. Yeah, Lenin is still.
We
in
also
power,
know
but
that the
Well, it's 1920.
Tsar...
It's still the frickin' Russian Civil War, technically.
Oh God, it is. All right, so retcon what we just said, folks.
Yeah.
That did not happen just yet.
Yeah, like the Bolsheviks have not quite taken over yet.
But I think the Tsar has been dethroned.
Yeah.
He's dead now. They killed him like earlier in the year, remember? They killed him and his whole family.
Yeah, brutal business that.
Granted, why can't they do what the British did? They'd be a lot more civilized.
Which instance of the British being more civilized are you referring to?
When they pretty much put in the parliament.
Oh, we
Yeah.
kind of did here in a way.
So, tell that to the Indians.
I've actually know a few.
Granted, in that
Yeah,
situation,
ask them how they feel about the British Parliament.
we'll also ask them how they felt about the early settlers that went west. Wait, no, that hasn't happened yet. Wait, no, it
They're
has.
still... No, they're all the way on the west coast now.
Thought we were.
We have California at this point.
Mhm.
We got airships.
Yeah. The Louisiana Purchase is already done.
I
That was
completely-
over 100 years ago now.
Yeah.
completely forgot which year some of this shit was put in.
Honestly, you know who was a crazy guy to actually hang out with? Napoleon.
Really? You met
Mhm.
Napoleon?
Yeah, he was. It was mostly through correspondence. I did a little helping with the founding fathers for a little bit.
So,
Helped out a little bit with writing up the.
so
I still can't forgive myself when I had to look Frederick Douglass in the eye and tell him that we couldn't get the emancipation of the slaves in.
It was that or no country.
Yeah, it's hard to tell somebody that their people still need to be in chains. Never could
So-
stomach the stuff.
So, of the founding fathers, which one did you have the most conversing with?
Andrew Jackson tried to kill me.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure he tried to kill about everyone he knew at some point or another.
Yeah, we kind of had to start. We had to start taking away the dueling pistols.
mm,
Would a
Um,
single dueling pistol even hurt you particularly much?
No, I tried to explain that to him multiple times, but he's like, "You never know until you try."
oh, so he was that type of person.
And it's kind of an asshole.
Yeah, that
Rest his
also
soul.
checks out.
Granted, I think hitting you with a dueling pistol would
Jefferson
just...
was actually pretty cool.
Yeah?
Jefferson. Yeah, I liked Jefferson.
What do you think of Washington?
His heart was in the right place. I personally had nothing against the man. He was a good general. We disagreed on a couple of things.
I mean, we are humans that do disagree on a few things. Granted,
You ask a million people the same question, you'll get 1,000,001 different answers.
Franklin.
Mm.
Franklin liked to party. There's quite a couple of angry husbands with that man.
Yeah.
I mean, history books do kind of paint him in that gray area.
Oh, the man couldn't stop keeping his dick wet.
Yeah.
Mm. There's even more to that gray area.
Yes.
Well, on the scale of crime, adultery is fairly low down, but yeah.
Alright. That's the only thing I could say. I couldn't approve of the man.
At least he wasn't around the Salem witch trial era, or the early Americas.
It was. People find one hag. One. And then they start killing off druids.
Speaking of hags,
Druids.
is our hag currently still downstairs?
Well, she should be.
What's the game plan with her?
Well. Did y'all tell him that y'all know her true name?
Nope.
Yeah, that was informed.
I thought Johnny didn't tell him that yet.
No, that was mentioned.
I like it. He's got a voice mod.
Uh,
I do believe it is.
Very good job on your modulation, though. Good job.
Here.
Well, we could put her in we could put her on trial, but she's technically not a citizen, and she's classified as technically an invasive species. I know it's not right, but
Yeah,
there
the law is what it is.
she's technically supposed to be put to death.
Mm-hmm.
If it was a better time and a better place, we would give her due justice, but
Perhaps one day.
Our justice system isn't to that level yet.
no.
So wait, like no one's gonna tell him about the name? Because I thought it was like, what, Maria knew about it?
Maria told all of us about the name, but she didn't.
Yeah, no. He's just working on the impression, like, he doesn't really know what to do with her. He doesn't want to just kill her on sight.
It goes against his character.
Yeah, it's
But
injustice.
everyone in the party is now aware of we have all been told that the name, what that means, right? Because Maria told us that last time.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, sorry about that. If I...
Crazy. If I may.
Going ahead, Johnny.
There may be. She may be a better use as a protected witness. We were unable to give you a briefing prior to our little night out. But in the course of the interrogation, I want to refer to his actual full name. Valdemar was Valdemar took the lead of the interrogation, and throughout the course, by using these oath proofs, he recovered the act's true name. Maria made us aware of the threats that such an action may impose.
Yeah, holy shit.
Hmm?
We now have
you-
she will be to be targeted as well as the entire facility.
Well, you're safe under my watch. I'm not really worried about a group of hags. I'm not that young.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's oof. Oh. Tracy got the info, was like, shit.
I apologize.
That info broke Tracy for a second.
Yep.
Tracy's like,
Wait.
well, fuck, how do I deal with this? Because I can't be everywhere at once.
Alright, I'm bringing it back up.
Yep.
I apologize, dear listeners. Well, apparently we had a bit of technical difficulties. We're working on fixing this issue right now. But, yeah, Maria, you might be the best. What precautions should we take around the place? I might be able to get a couple of contract wizards to, ward the place against scrying.
I barely heard anything Johnny said. With his voice mod and trying to get him, I've been playing with his volume like an absolute fucking madman, trying to get between blowing my ears out and just not hearing him.
Okay.
The problem is that you're sick, so your hearing's gonna be fucked anyways.
Well, no, like right now you were quiet as shit, and then I'll put it back to say like 100, and then it'll be like absolutely atrociously loud. And then if I leave it at 100 and you get your voice thing, it's still super quiet. Then I have to move to up to about 120, and it can kind of hear you. But then as soon as you turn off your voice mod,
Leave it at least. Leave it at 100 real quick. Because I can change the volume of the voice itself. So. Also, because in general, it's third-party feedback through the system.
Yeah, there's
Same
a
problem I
hundred
had.
one.
Mm-hmm.
So this is what it's like at the font I was using, which is 45 voice control volume.
Crank it up to close to
61
50.
here.
Did the server crash while I was getting food?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, just confirming.
That one biker gang that he had,
Up in Power
in the
Rangers?
yeah, I'm like, what the everybody
get back to this so we can finish
It's
this up.
D&D, so I can stop being fucking
We're just
Lord of the
role-playing
Rings.
our frustrations.
Yes.
All right. We're turning back to our regularly scheduled broadcast. So, Maria, is there anything else we can do to help facilitate this place? We've got the guardian hounds. Where are those dogs at, by the way?
They're downstairs. Want me
Why
to
are they-
retrieve them?
Alexei.
Mm-hmm.
Not my problem.
To be fair, it was. we
Luckily
thought it
enough, I
was
did
wise
get
to
correspondence
keep
on most of the things that you guys accumulated. The dogs are fine. Apparently, binding pact is not too bad. You will have to keep them under very strict controls. You cannot let them wander the city.
Mm-hmm.
They will have to stay on precinct facilities. You cannot take them home.
We take them
I'd-
out.
I'll-
Can we form a canine unit?
No.
To be honest, I don't think Narelle would really appreciate me taking them home either.
They look so cuddly and friendly and totally a family animal.
Maria, hush.
I mean, it could be worse. You could have had you could have found Drake hounds.
Or just a lot of very angry bees.
That too.
That'd be a very strange thing to make a blood pact with, a swarm of bees.
Could have been an owl bear.
Oh, that
Yeah.
would have been something.
To be honest, I don't think you really need to make a blood pact with an owlbear, to be honest, because
No, it's like the worst parts of a bear and an owl mixed
Mhm.
together.
Yeah, and somehow much scarier than both of them.
I'm a wizard.
Oh yeah.
Have you seen how quiet they are? It's
Yeah.
nuts.
At least they can't fly.
Thank God they can't fly.
Yeah, even you'd have to worry about them nipping at you at that point.
I don't.
I mean, they are tasty though.
I've eaten bear, so I can confirm that that is true at least.
It's got a
Can't
more foul taste to it.
So it's like somewhere between. Is it red meat or white meat?
Surprisingly both. It's weird.
Now I want to eat an owl bear, so thank you for adding that to my bucket list.
Well, we'd have to go to someplace in the
Well,
Central
look,
America.
that-
Central.
Teddy Roosevelt put those things on the endangered species list.
Yeah. I'm just saying it'd be an idea. Not actually going out of my way to go hunt a bear.
Well, also here's the thing: if they attack citizens, well, they're immediately put down.
Well, good luck. Most of them are only confined to. Most of the ones still out in the wild are confined to Yellowstone.
Mhm.
Yep. There's probably some back in the old world too, but, well.
That's probably the only place you'll be able to find one and eat it.
There are polar bears in Norway. Those are scary in their own right, but
Yeah, it's true. It's like a Ramoraz. If you ever have to deal with one of those, run.
I have not personally, but I have seen them in the wild, and they are a definite run immediately moment when you encounter them, unless there's a lot of you and you're prepared.
Very true.
Because they will
True,
drag
are
you
you-
under the ice.
Or you get them by surprise.
They burrow through the ground and can sense your footsteps.
The worst one to find is like a Bahia. More for me, less for you.
Here. What
But
is
here.
that?
It's like this weird six-legged beast. Some ancient Arabic wizard wanted to make something to help hunt down the blue dragons that were living out in the deserts out there with them.
So before,
They're highly intelligent. They can speak Draconic.
And they can actually be a threat to an adult dragon.
Yeah, they shoot lightning.
Yeah. That would be a threat.
granted, Elder
We
Dragon.
haven't seen one in a long time, but that doesn't mean that he's still out there.
There are a lot of things in this world that we still don't know.
They're
I mean, heck, we barely know what's under the water.
Yeah, surprisingly, not many Krakens or anything else anymore.
Yeah, I've never encountered one, and I've spent years of my life on boats, so...
Well, I think it's mostly because dreadnoughts and everything else are patrolling the seas now.
Yeah, I would put my money on a battleship versus a Kraken.
Granted, the U.S. is making a couple more super dreadnoughts with 14-inch guns, from what I've heard in the news as of late.
Yep, and they're going to need them based on everything that's happening in Europe. I think things
Yeah.
are
Another
calm for
character
things, though.
thing. I know we're doing more world building, but you had asked about countermeasures for magics.
Yeah, Maria, what you got?
Well, perennially, the type of magic that would require is so old that it's not even technically magic anymore. The
Well,
best thing
not
I
sure.
can think of is be careful of what you drop.
Well,
You control people through teeth, nails, and hair, so they'd have to be properly taken
all right.
care of.
Well, keep your grooming standards up. If you go to a barber, how about this? I'll get a barber in to come and take care of all your things for you here. Well, no going around doing personal things. If you have to head to the medicals for any reason, we'll
Let you know.
yes, and I'll try and do as much as I can to keep a quarantine on all your personal bodily parts.
Well,
It's a very strange statement to have to make, isn't it?
food waste and liquid waste are not the same. They're merely food
That
and
actually brings
water.
up an excellent question. Can they use your secretions?
Like sweat?
Yeah.
Sweat,
No.
shit, piss.
Well, the good news with the latter two is
it
they're
would
mixed in with about
follow.
6 million other people's worth, so it'd be pretty hard for them to get anything useful.
True.
If it follows what I think they're following, in the belief among you,
Yeah.
like excrement, urine, sweat,
Okay, don't take a dump in
Are-
the forest. Got it.
are all considered food that's just gone through a change. It's not part of
Okay. What
So-
about pardon my frankness, Maria. Your monthly visitor.
that.
would-
I'm not 100% sure with.
Well, it's technically your blood, so
Yep. Blood is more.
Yeah, but it would, as far as I would be aware, it would still have to be in a liquid.
Well, Maria, I will say this much. You can light fires, and I'm sure you can get creative with disposing of things.
let's go with that, and we will never speak of this ever again.
Cheers to that.
Firecracker tampon.
And now I'm thinking about those things, and that just sounds wrong.
Now I'm thinking you've put a bottle rocket in a tampon. You said firecracker tampon.
If you ever have to use something like that, I'd never want to know.
It's fun for the whole family.
Bottle rockets.
No, it's not.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about bottle rockets. I'm trying to
yeah,
ignore
those are
that.
Those are fun for everyone.
As long as you don't, get hit in the face with one.
Or have it blow up in your hand.
Or right
That'll
next
be-
to your ear.
Yeah.
Oh, they hurt?
To
Our
our
eardrums are not built the same way yours are. I don't think. If we have an explosion, like if I fire a gun right next to my ear, it's going to be ringing for a while.
Oh.
and also depending if
That's
you've been
why when I went to the shooting range the first time, that guy asked me, did I want hearing protection?
hmm
Mm.
And depending if you've been in the war, some people's hearing, from what I've read up on, is completely gone. Like,
Yeah.
you literally have to stand almost next to them and shout.
Yeah.
Just for them to hear
Ah. Yeah, I always found that a little weird.
Yeah, I remember when my brother Oscar came back from his first tour for a bit. Well, came back isn't accurate. I met him in England after he'd been injured the first time. But yeah, his hearing was shit at that point. He used to have the same. He used to be able to hear even better than I can.
Is that
Artillery
why
does
some of the
bad
guys
things.
are all shaky and stuff like that?
I think
That's more the
shell
mental
shock.
side of things. You've
I think the
seen people explode and all the bad things out there.
I think the British
back to
call
you.
that shell shock, but I could be wrong.
Yeah. Well, a little alcohol sometimes. Well, they used to fix
Not so much
something
right
like
now.
that. Yeah, no.
Well, now
Except for the
apparently they're giving.
dwarves.
Yeah. Well,
You'd be surprised how many people have converted.
I don't think I'm surprised at all. Moradin's always been a popular... Wait, no, it's not Moradin, is it? Moradin's probably dead. What do the dwarves worship these days? This is out of character.
I would think they're leaning more towards a weird hodgepodge between, kind of like fascism almost.
Somewhere in between.
Because it would fit for the dwarvish people to kind of turn fascist. Everything within the state, nothing without it. You know, clan bindings and stuff like that.
Yeah, more collectivist.
Yeah.
That'd be more like
super
more
fascist.
socialist, rather. You know, like
Yeah.
And they're not like as nationalistic.
Yeah, it's more like a family style of.
It's like clan structures, tight family,
Yeah.
tight, large, extended families.
So pretty much what Kill's family technically is. Technically.
Yeah, kind of like the mob.
Your family's a little bit different, Kill. Speaking of which, were any of your relatives at the event earlier tonight?
No.
Oh, that's good.
That was a quick one. No.
Well, I knew he would know, so.
Well, also,
No,
Madame
just
Tully did
October
tell me that.
spotted.
Also,
Oh,
Madame
great.
Tully.
And Kill about the thing you had me take care of.
How is Narelle, by the way? Since I have not talked to her.
She's doing good. She really doesn't like the fact that we have help around the place.
Yeah, she is a very...
She's been going stir crazy, apparently, according to my wife.
She
Or
does...
my mate. Correction. Retcon that.
Yeah.
He doesn't call his partner or wife. It's a mate.
Yeah, Narelle does like to be able to do something.
Well, I mean, it's a big place.
Speaking of something, I'm sorry for
Mhm.
changing the subject, but I think this might be interesting to mention. While we were at the event, we did some very interesting items were on sale besides the dragon. There was I'm sure you're familiar with Fat Tony. He bought a Cloak of Dimension Door, so he will be slippery, which for someone his size is kind of remarkable.
Mm.
Paulie
It's probably
O'Sullivan, yeah, what?
Probably using it to just get out of his bed in the morning.
It did look a little bit ridiculous on him. It's clearly a few sizes too small.
Mm.
It looked
That
like a
makes me
pig
smile.
wearing it, like
But
child opera cloak.
now we've got now we just need actual evidence.
I'm more saying this is a general
Well, we can put that one away for a while. And that'll
was
hurt
also-
the Sicilians really hard. He goes down.
Well,
Mm.
Paulie O'Sullivan was there as well, and I forget the name of the device on sale, but it was a massive flail with a whole bunch of heads that looked like dragons on it. Some other.
I think
associated
it's
with
a
Tiamat,
flay
I
of
believe.
Tiamat, I think. I could be
Yeah,
wrong.
something like that.
Hold up. Did you say a flail of Tiamat?
Yes.
I want to know how someone got a hold of that.
As do I. It looked very
It's ancient.
looked
That's for
very-
damn sure.
Yeah, it's not something new. So Paulie bought that, paid a pretty penny for it, and then there was the,
All right. So these are two major targets now, boys. All right.
Yep. Just figured it would be good to let you know.
One, we need to get these weapons off the streets. But two, as soon as
There was
these will be primary number one investigations. Good work on you guys. How did y'all get in there, by the way?
Madame Telly brought us in as her escort for the evening. Gave us
That
a chance
all?
to. Yeah. That's how we got in. She apparently was initially denied an invitation or ignored, but got one through another means, and we went with her, attended the auction. She purchased, I'm sorry, I've already forgotten the name, the little one for 20 million. Yeah.
That's fair.
They were trying to pot her out initially.
You watch as Tracy kind of grips the table, and you see claws coming out of his fingertips. Go on.
Madame Tully bid for the whole animal, and thankfully, pockets were deep enough. The person in the bidding war, as it obviously didn't start at 20, the person in the bidding war was a drow individual who identified only as Mr. Smith. I
And
believe it's
also
the same
Mr.
individual-
Well,
Also-
that's a moniker if I've ever heard one.
Oh yeah.
And Mr. Smith also has a gun, bought a gun
Yeah, he
from
bought
his
something called a Topaz Annihilator. It does necrotic damage and can disintegrate. Oh, he can use it to cast disintegrate. It's a gun.
So an instant kill gun. We have an instant kill gun somewhere in the city now.
Yes. He's also, we believe, the one who hired the hag downstairs to torture and create playthings out of Melancholy's girls.
and also random people off the streets.
Yeah, and
It-
also whoever they picked up.
pretty much it
I have a
was a
feeling that-
mass target of random
Yeah.
individuals. It
So
wasn't
this Mr. Smith is
highly dangerous and also very versed in the underground, we believe.
Madame Tully did not recognize him. Mav, you okay?
Why?
you're bleeding over a lot. That's why.
Oh,
Like
sorry.
it kind of sounded like you were just dragging a GoPro over concrete.
Yep.
Yeah, like
No,
that.
I walked underneath the fan.
Your
But
pickup
yes.
is too sensitive. But yeah, continuing on.
Yeah.
Well, if Madame Tully doesn't know him, that's not good for anyone.
It is new.
Yes, and
Very well connected.
Well then. First things first, we're gonna find out who this guy is. Number 2. We already know, we've already got dossiers on Fat Tony. And Paulie O'Sullivan, that's not gonna be too hard either. We just need to net these guys with possession of the crime.
Just need to get something small like tax evasion. Bring him down like Capone. Then you can find the rest.
Yeah, these guys are a little bit better about their books, though.
Hmm.
Capone was sloppy.
Yep.
Everybody always makes mistakes. There's always
Yep.
something.
Well, his
If,
mistake
if,
is
if,
going to be paid out for the next however long he lives in Alcatraz. So
if not him, then somebody else beneath him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll
Somebody
keep an
else
eye
that
on
could be somebody else
the
that
one
could be
I'm more
potentially
worried about
holding
right now,
dirt.
though. You said the bidding war was with her and Mr. Smith, correct?
correct.
that is
There
correct. sir.
was Fat Tony initially put in a bid, but he stepped back as soon as it went over $1 million.
Yeah, that's not a surprise. 20 million. Well then.
Her interests are also aligned in bringing this individual down, and she says, "We will be on equal terms with her if we can succeed in that."
All right, well, if that's all.
Yeah.
What this man had that hag do down below is sickening. And therefore we...
But the question is, why? Like, who would even be intrigued by something like that?
There were
Oh,
two.
Capone wasn't tried until 1931. I was wondering about
Oh
that.
shit! I didn't know. I forgot. My bad.
So
Never
Capone is
mind.
still in power right now.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
You'll have to
I was
catch
like,
it.
But he would not... I think he's down on the coast a little bit. Or,
He's still in Chicago, probably.
Yeah.
Oh, at least he's not a problem directly. I'm sure the bureau over there has got plenty of work cut out for him. I'm really curious about this auction as a whole. The goods they had. I mean, the cloak is one thing. That was I've seen things like that before, but the other two
the
items.
flail and the gun are very blurry.
Yeah. The flail that had to have been recovered from the east somewhere. That was buried for 1,000 years at least.
Excuse me.
The
Continuing
gun,
on.
the gun could have been from almost anywhere in the world. Hell, it could have been from the Great War.
The gun could be
Yeah.
new. It could have been. All you need is a skilled enough enchanter. Not a lot of those around, but I'm sure some of the most capable, as in most industries, are working outside the law.
No, the surprising part is something like that ended up on the market in the first place.
Mhm.
Exactly.
Whoever's moving these goods.
I'd be very curious to see if we couldn't find a way to go after the auction house. Not as direct purview to our investigation, but getting that place shut down might be a good thing. If they're crazy enough to try and sell a live dragon, they did have the little one under. I think they give it a potion or something. They had it asleep, but get unharmed, as you saw.
Yeah, at least they were. I would hate to have found out what would have happened if that little one was harmed.
As do I.
I would have
As-
probably. I would
as-
have
Well,
taken the city off.
Yeah, I would have found a subway tunnel.
Yeah, I don't even think a subway tunnel would be safe.
Well, plan B. I get a boat and I sail away. That's actually more like plan A now that I think about it. That would be plan A.
Why not a sub?
That is true.
Why not a sub?
You remember the city of Pompeii?
Wait, was that a dragon? I thought that was a volcano.
That was Kulturov.
Let me guess. One of her young got killed there.
No,
Please tell me it was
she
something
just
bigger
hated
than
the place.
Oh my god.
Hmm.
Talk about a
So we
lousy
got her
tourist
coffee order
review.
wrong.
I'm not sure, but she has even amongst our ancients, she would be considered an elder. She has power over just the natural forces of the world at this point.
How long do dragons live? Are you technically immortal or just a long life?
I think Kulturov, if I were to say anything, she's at least
He's probably older than him than any of our races, to be honest.
Well, I think our races were around back then. I mean, clearly, we had humans at Pompeii.
Mm-hmm. But in terms of recorded history, she's probably older than recorded history.
Depends on what part of the world you're getting your recordings from.
Mm-hmm.
Couple
I
thousand
think
years?
she might have been some of the giant serpents in the Bible.
So,
Mm.
2,000 to 3,000 years old?
I would say
Somewhat.
so.
Yeah, somewhere in that city. And you're, like, 400-ish? Sorry, I don't want to... No, you're...
387 years old.
Oh. You don't look a day over 30.
I'm still just an adult.
I know. Human joke. Expression.
Ah, yeah. Yeah,
Compliments.
sure. You two look in the prime of your youth.
I am for now.
Yeah, at least you're not a centaur. Grant, back then.
Yeah.
And if we couldn't run, well, we were left to whatever creature or whatever was hunting us at the time to die.
Well, my people were, mostly we were just known as seers and, people with visions of the future and the past and things. Fundamentally, we're just humans, but, a little extra.
Just don't take too much stock in that of the future before the future's undefined. And also, it could drive someone mad.
Yeah, no, I only get visions of the past.
Yeah, look at what happened with Nostradamus. The man takes one too many scryings, does one too many scryings and loses his mind.
Well, I don't have to do anything to have visions of the past. That's just it's kind of something innate.
Can you believe he said that a man would be on the moon?
Actually, given what's happening nowadays,
I mean, jets are coming on the scene. Early
yeah,
jets.
I mean we've got
It's
airships
1920.
already.
Jets are not jets.
No.
Jets is still like something.
Basic
no.
aviation.
Yeah.
Yeah, propellers.
Mind, like biplane and
This is true. I never thought
monoplanes.
you humans would be able to fly outside of a fly spell. So
Yeah, it's who knows. Progress continues. First dragon on the moon would have an interesting story to tell, certainly.
true.
There is one, and just none of you, not even Tracy knows.
Yeah, there's just
Oh
a
yeah,
gem
no,
dragon
astral,
hanging out in the
astral
crater.
dragons are a thing.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hey, that one could be Valstrax. I kept telling you I want to
no,
put that one in the fucking campaign.
Space in this world is more like the astral plane.
Oh dear.
But no, I've been trying to convince you to put Valstrax in the campaign. Yeah, he's the dragon on the dark side of the fucking moon.
Yeah,
With
sure.
all the Nazis.
He just hangs out there. He
He's
keeps
looking
it
out
Actually, I was
for
thinking
space.
Valstrax would actually probably be what Hitler creates. A jet engine powered dragon.
I was thinking we were just gonna go with the whole. He could just make a full-on mechanical dragon. I don't know. There's an image I found.
Artificial dragon summons me. We'll see. But yeah.
We won't discuss that too much because it's a lot of fun. It's a very fun scenario.
When we lack the ability to fly, we decide to create our own means of doing it, I suppose.
I mean, it's just. Can you believe they actually sent me paperwork about registering for proper flight paths?
Also, have you heard what the British are doing with a old merchant ship? Like, they literally put a deck on it and thinking that they could take off aircraft from it.
Well, I
Could
mean,
work.
we did a launching off one of our old warships not too long ago.
Yeah, they have float planes on some of the new ones, I think.
No, this is like almost a land-based aircraft. No floats.
So it's a floating runway.
Essentially, yes.
I swear, you mortals are coming up with. It seems like not even 10 years ago. Well, at least it feels like that. 10 years ago, you guys would just stop doing the whole stand in a field and shoot at each other with guns.
No, general warfare.
Now they dig holes to sit in while they shoot at each other with guns.
And also heavy artillery to just bomb themselves into bits.
Yeah, no.
People, I mean, you talk about aircraft being important. You had a whole freaking air war over in Europe.
Mm-hmm. Also,
yeah, the Treaty
Zeppelin.
of Versailles really needed to be written down. The things were getting hectic.
And also using the Zeppelins as bombing aircraft.
Well,
And
those
not,
at least were...
not accounting. Let's say we had to illegalize summonings.
Mm-hmm.
People
temporarily.
pulling elementals into the war.
Well,
Have you seen the devastation a fire elemental can do to an entire trench line?
No, but I did see a city.
I
explode, so-
can imagine what it will do.
Yeah, someone had to stop that one crazy wizard who was like, who was saying, "Let's drop meteors."
Well,
It's a spell. We can use it.
that's true.
And someone wanted to use wish.
Just
I think the
don't is
gods-
the best description of what to do with wish.
I think the gods kind of stopped that one.
Yeah. You know what happened to the last guy who used a wish spell?
Nothing good.
We don't know. No one ever remembers casting a wish spell.
Well, I can... Oh, speak on the topic of spells, Tracy. I've been growing in my abilities of late and have learned the ability to bring someone back if they've, been killed in a short time frame. I need to see about acquiring some diamonds to ensure I have that capability should the worst come to pass.
How much diamond?
300 gold worth or $300 worth for person. Either one stone or multiple smaller ones. They don't even have to be cut.
I'll start getting the paperwork together.
Yeah. I figured that was something we could get requisitioned because it is for genuine life-saving purposes.
Yeah. Gotta be careful with that one though. Start bringing too many people back from the dead, the powers that be. You start sliding some things.
I would only use it in the instance of one of my compatriots or an important, individual.
You know, as they say, death likes to get its due.
Mm-hmm. Granted, if we're beheaded and such, I don't
bring-
think any spell will bring us back.
To bring...
I've personally never slighted Azrael, and I don't want to.
Good plan. When it comes to necromancy in general. There are certain limited circumstances where it is acceptable. To bring someone who died in an untimely means back when they are willing to return is one thing. But to raise the unwilling dead, that is abhorrent.
Mhm.
Very true.
And also a certain time frame as well.
I did manage to actually get word on might have a lead on a necromancer. I'm still looking into it. Yeah, it's a girl apparently. Young girl.
She's been reading the wrong books.
Yeah. Apparently more of a drifter.
Yeah, that's just pleasant.
Apparently a couple of druids saw her going through the driving into town, or riding into town more precisely.
Well,
Caught her practicing in one of their groves.
well, she must be capable in some way if she made it out of that alive.
Yeah,
It's a small grove. Nothing major.
I mean,
Still,
druids are still
messing with
druids.
Messing with druids is not wise, especially for, well, mortals like us. You might be able to get away with it, but
None of us
my
will.
interactions have always been positive, and I intend to keep it that way.
Yeah. I mean, mostly they're just another subset of the United States right now.
Generally law-abiding citizens, just as much as you don't break into someone's home.
Most power rangers and stuff like that are now druids.
Yeah.
Couple of rangers too.
They tend to get along.
I mean, I think Roosevelt, was a ranger druid at practice as well. I could be wrong.
I believe so, yes.
Rest in peace, Teddy. You did a lot of good.
Yeah, especially because he had asthma. It's the weirdest part.
Hey, very tough man for having trouble breathing, isn't it?
Also got shot. His
Hey, he got
Last-
shot before his fucking speech and gave the speech anyway. Gotta respect that.
I mean, he did go to the hospital after. A lot of people do forget that part.
Well, of course he did get shot, but, well, it wasn't that bad, I guess.
supposedly his glasses case stopped it.
I think he honestly cast bark skin on himself right as it happened.
Possible. Though, if... I don't know. Can't really ask him.
Nah. Sadly, no. He would never tell the truth.
Granted, why would he tell the truth if it's just to betterment of mankind?
Well, he's also dead, so that also doesn't really help.
Yes. Granted, depending on which god he's served, he might be able to commune with him via deity.
Given his backing, I'd say he's more in the nature alignment.
Yeah, I don't... On paper, he,
Good Catholic boy.
Protestant. Yeah.
Protestant. Right, no Catholic. There's very few Catholics in this country.
Yeah, surprisingly. Most of them are criminals.
I look over at Maria, not looking at her as a criminal, but thinking back to her contact.
The church has done nothing. The church is always there. It probably sounds even worse just because my voice is funny.
It sounds like you're saying it, and you're saying it in a mocking manner.
I need someone relay what he said. Because I
He
had...
said, sounds like
Just
you're
say
mocking.
it in a mocking manner.
Oh.
Mocking manner towards like a fucking
Well,
Italy, Italian.
Oh, I thought he was Irish.
he was. He's not feeling well. Well,
Yeah.
we know what he meant.
Yeah, that's easy. Anyway, it is late.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, I'll leave you all to your business. I'm gonna go back home.
No, sorry for bringing you out here in the middle of the night, though. It was necessary, as you saw.
That was very necessary. Do not hesitate to contact me into police business. But that all done, you want to say He puts his hat back on. I'm gonna go get some sleep.
Well, good night, Tracy.
And good
Night,
night.
Tracy.
And then you watch as he lock up if you leave the building.
Yep.
And remember, keep an eye on yourselves and no leaving personal effects around.
Good night.
Question everything.
Understood, sir.
Motto to live by.
Beware of hitology.
Beware of Scientology.
Not a religion yet.
Not yet.
Hitology is the magic employed by witches and hags.
Mm-hmm.
Why use magic when they can just make you do what they want?
Well, Vol is going to go have a dreamless night and see what happens.
Yeah, Kill's gonna hit the rack.
Alright,
Before he does, he's gonna do this.
Before we do, I am going to find a scrap paper and just write, "We were up very late," and just leave that on the table for when Mary comes in tomorrow.
Nothing from your angel.
Even your angel's like, it's too late, dude.
It's like,
Our
dude,
office hours are.
do you know what time zone I'm in? Come on.
It just goes to voicemail and it just says.
No,
"Please
seriously,
call
what
back
time zone
to-"
am I in? Time never moves here. It's weird.
He's just kind of stuck in.
Beyond the event horizon of a black hole somewhere is just an angry
It's
angel
always-
sitting there in
it's really-
purgatory.
All right, you all go to sleep for the night. Final Fantasy end song plays.
Don't say that. I'm almost done Endwalker. I'm on the final quest.
Nice, good job.
Dumb as it.
And you all wake up the next day. You all hear a shout.
What the?
All right.
What the
Oh,
bloody
no.
hell?
I grab my
what
axe.
happened?
Does that sound
Now
like
you
one of our
sleep, so he's
mine?
up and aware of this.
Yep. Vol wakes up and
Kill
Vol's
him.
very light sleep.
Managed to start. You all hustle your way downstairs,
I shout in
and you all see
Dwarven.
Alexi, and he's just sitting there. He's got like a. He's just looking. The dogs are like kind of surrounded behind him, just looking. And he's sitting there looking at the cell. Well, it looks like we don't need to worry about her.
Does the
In
cell
a
have
good
a?
way or a bad
message-
way?
You should see this, and also I think this message is for you.
Fuck.
You all see the what's left of the hag. Her chest cavity.
Does
It
it
looks
look like
like
she's
something-
imploded?
It looks like something ripped out her chest cavity.
Oh.
Mm. I'm
Are
guessing the
eyes
head is
still
also
there?
gone.
The eyes are gone,
Okay.
Nice.
and someone wrote on the wall right behind her, and probably her blood, seeing as how it's like a pitch
Everywhere.
black oily color.
It's everywhere.
You're next.
Charming.
Well,
Tracy
that
is not
was
gonna
nothing.
like this.
Doesn't like anything.
we kind of did tell him.
That's not,
Aware of the risk.
that's not exactly wrong.
He's familiar with the situation, at least. This is... I locked the door before I went to sleep, so... And
Night. Whatever it is, they made it past my words.
the dogs.
Yes, the dogs. They were. They came and got me. They saw her first.
Good job.
Yeah, nobody
Insight.
entered the precinct over the night.
Everybody roll an insight.
Yeah. There's insight. Get my +8. What did that land on? Oh, it landed on a 6. I got 14 with a 6. You know.
Seen shit.
Johnny and Kill. He was totally sleeping with the dogs. Like, he really likes those dogs.
Chicka went.
Granted, Kill could probably just
Not
ask.
like that, you perv.
Granted, Kill could probably just ask
I've seen
the
it.
dogs.
Shut up, you.
Nothing wrong with being an animal lover. It's actually a positive character trait. This
Yes.
is pretty fucked up, though.
This is... I'll go get the mop.
I
Hmm?
I don't know if a mop is gonna work on that.
Oh, it's my own personal mop. And by mop, I mean...
Do you have a magic mop, Alexi?
nothing magic. More like... device I invented to help clean out places when I didn't want to actually have to clean up the things that were in them.
Well, let's get her.
Hmm.
What do we do with the body?
The mop will take care of that.
Right.
I just poke my head around. I can help. Like swingers, small flame.
Let's not start
Yes,
a fire
like
in a
that.
confined space
But-
downstairs.
It's not a fire. It's a very controlled explosive device. Different.
I trust you, Alexi. I was referring to Maria's plan. We're in a stone building's basement. I don't think any of us will appreciate it being
I
filled
mean,
with
she
smoke.
can control the fire and if it is burn the
Yeah,
body.
still
but-
smoke. You're burning a corpse.
And also, it's not going to smell pleasant.
Also, the bedding will catch on fire too.
That's,
Well, the bedding's pretty well done.
The bedding is pretty fucked, I suppose.
I'm still surprised they were able.
They're probably
It had to have been magic to get in.
magic and
But why the eyes? Take the eyes.
I'm sure there's some symbolism behind it. Maria, you've dealt with the Fae more. Does that sound like anything you're familiar with?
Eyes are generally considered windows to the soul.
Heard that expression.
Oh, and also, depending on what magic eyes can use to look both ways. Creature.
Well, if you see a stray eyeball sitting around, destroy it.
You can look through, but you don't know what's looking back.
That's what I thought you were saying. That's why I said destroy a stray eyeball.
Yeah.
Anyway, I am very intrigued at what this mop is about to do.
I think we might. I think we might want to stand back if it's some sort of explosive device.
I am.
I call it a mop, but it's actually more like a mobile obliteration parcel.
Mobile
Mhm.
obliteration person.
Parcel.
Parcel. Okay,
Parcel.
gotcha.
And you watch, he takes this little box that's got a bunch of glyphs and stuff on it, and he sets it into the room, pushes the button on it. Do not look into it, it is super bright.
Kill turns his head away.
I cover my ears and look the other way.
And you all just hear after a couple of seconds, and he looks back in. Yes, see? Room clean. Might want to repaint. And it's the
you
room is
cleaned it-
charred black.
I would say you cleaned the structure itself to within an inch of its life, Alexi.
Maybe need to tone down a bit on level. So
Well,
Now,
at least...
now is the time for an actual mop, I believe.
Or a coat of paint.
Both.
Or a prestidigitation if anyone has
well,
that.
at least I know it works.
Yeah. Wait, have you not tried that before?
Experimentation, boy.
Okay.
What? I think we might need to get rid of evidence or something.
Well,
Johnny, you made
More down here.
Johnny, you also made sure to take pictures, correct?
Johnny is his own body camera.
What did Johnny say?
In a way, correct.
In a way, correct. It's kind of hard to understand you with the voice, man, not gonna lie.
Well, that's because the mix went up for no reason. Yeah, hold on. It's caused by the voice volume.
Ooh, keep it like right there.
Yeah, whatever you just did, that was a lot more understandable.
Yeah, because now.
That's good. Yeah, keep
That's
that.
pretty
That-
good. That's
Yeah,
machine,
I'm
but I
familiar
can
with the
still
last step.
hear it like clearly, so that's good.
Yeah, because there's two different volumes. There's the volume of the voice mod, and then volume of the actual changer. So that's what I've been fiddling with for like the last few minutes.
Okay, but that's perfect right there.
Yeah,
But yes,
write
I've
those
already
settings
made-
down.
Yes. I know they get saved, but I've already made a record.
Very
Shepherd Commander.
good. Oh God, he's Legion.
I know, isn't it?
Eh,
Please say Shepherd Commander now, like Legion.
No.
No, I'm sorry, Dave, but I can't do that.
You have no
At least he's not singing Daisy.
I'm just gonna keep referencing different AI in video games and movies until we move to the next segment.
Let's continue on. What you have left?
Edie, status report.
Yeah.
Alright.
I think it would be Jeb. KJ.
Continuing on.
Trisha Helfer.
But yeah. Well, here, take your dogs. They annoy me. The dogs look at each other, then they look at him. Yes, do not like you. Then they look back at you, and they look at him.
I'm inside
Go.
checking the dogs.
The dogs are pretty honest. They're like, they kind of like him.
Yeah. I look at them and just a knowing nod. Because these are smart dogs.
Mm-hmm. No.
Maybe we want to set up a room for them, specifically. Have their own
Well, they
place
can't
to
stay
sleep.
down here. But I guess
said-
if they have to stay anywhere, there is space in the locker room where I store most weapons. They can stay there.
We'll get some dog beds or something set up. Should be easy enough. Up here for the long haul, might as well make them enjoy their stay.
Gil says that to them.
One second. Get to it. There it goes.
They can't understand what Gil says.
I'm gonna use the bathroom. I'll be back in a few.
Yep, yep.
See without me.
And yeah,
Gil just
That's what they say back.
laughs at that.
what,
And
what are you saying?
oh, I'm just asking for their honesty. They actually like you too.
Well, I don't like them.
Oh, I beg to differ there, Alexi.
I guess I'm becoming a field.
You know what, all of you, back upstairs. I got cleaning to do.
Oh yeah, I gotta create one of my infusions.
Ah,
I was
so
gonna-
you learned how to do infusions now.
Yes, sir.
Mm.
And
They are
I was-
limited to how many you can place upon an object for a time. And you cannot put more than one on the same object. Place each
Right.
other.
No, I'm gonna replicate a magic item.
Mm.
Gil says that before he
What item
walks.
are you trying to replicate?
Oh no, wait, hold on, no. Known infusions for 2 items. Hold on.
Because you know you I think you have to have seen the item.
Hold on.
Gil says that before he goes back up to the main floor.
No, I might only get 2 infusions.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 infusions, yeah. I'm stuck at 2. No, I'm good.
Yep.
I got the +1 on my armor and then the repeating on the sawed-off shotgun.
Yep.
Okay.
Alright. Well, alright, so you're all back upstairs. What do y'all want to do for the day?
Damn. Damn. Oh, so I did my long rest. So, how does my armor work with the hit points, or is it just I lose my arm if I take it off?
I believe it was like a hit die a day.
It is a hit die a day.
Okay. So I just roll. Well, I've got 2 hit die. I've got
1 second, you should have all of your hit die. Okay, yep. Long rest. Alright, yeah, let me give everybody their long rest real quick. Nope, I didn't. Menu.
Thank you.
Rest.
My turn.
Long rest. There we go. Alright. Everybody's got a long rest. Alright, yeah, just roll one of your hit die.
which one's the smaller one?
They're both the
Is
same
it
size.
Artificer? Oh, are they?
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Oh, it didn't.
No, it doesn't add no +1.
There it goes. Alright.
I don't take that off my my hit dice though, right?
Not permanently. I just had to give you a wound because it wouldn't check it off if you did it without you being wounded. So,
Oh.
give you a wound.
So I give myself 1 wound?
Nope, you're good. You're good. I already did it.
Okay.
Don't touch anything.
God has spoken.
Confused here.
So is God.
Jill asked you a question, DM.
Where?
And the actual chat itself.
Not really. Not a parish. Pretty much, you can just go into any church, though.
Okay. Kills does that, because I think it's the weekend now?
Yeah, sure. We'll say it's the weekend.
Are you going in when like it's when people are in there? Because that could be.
Well, Kills in his normal clothes.
Yeah.
He's not
Just
in
going
his...
to church.
Mm-hmm.
I am not stepping foot inside. It is more.
Nah, I think he's just going by himself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Killendell, you find a church. You go inside.
Alright.
Pretty fancy church, because seeing as how this is like Manhattan.
One of the main churches in the area.
Mm-hmm.
Kill finds an empty pew and just starts doing his normal prayer to Victoria.
Uh-huh.
Trying to call our normal business hours.
Nope, nothing.
You feel like your prayers are heard, but there's no answer.
The line you have dialed is currently not in service.
No, it's more like a busy signal. nowadays.
But yeah, no, you do feel the warmth of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, washing over you as you do your prayers. You feel a little bit more comfortable.
After he does his prayer, he gets up, and I'm guessing like a lot of people are pretty much doing their normal communion to Yahweh and all that fun stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot of people doing their thing.
For that,
You do see the offering box.
Yahweh must have like a call center to collect calls.
So is the offering box like still like go like money and stuff, I'm guessing?
Yeah. And, it's a non-descriptive amount that you can put in the offering box.
Still, actually, what would be the standard
Put a
off?
copper piece in if you want.
A penny.
Yeah, a penny. Put a penny in.
Gil puts in like 50 cents.
Alright, check 50 cents
Look
off.
at this high roller.
Which is pretty much...
That's a good chunk of change for this time period.
Go to 3, 4, 5.
I like how I'm getting more and more of my voice back from drinking alcohol.
Oh yeah, it's burning the infection out for you.
Mm-hmm.
Not even that strong. Only.
I have half a silver piece because silver
it's still an
pieces.
antiseptic.
I got 90
Yeah.
proof somewhere.
What? Yeah, no. That is
Gil does that and walks on out.
okay.
And starts making his way maybe back to the precinct.
It is the weekend, so no one's really coming in today, but yeah.
Or should he go up to see Norel?
You can do whatever you want.
Yeah, if Gil goes up to see Norel.
Okay, you make your way back home. Your wife is there. And she's cleaning up. She's like, I can't believe I left this place for so... There's so... Oh, God.
Norel hears that.
Yep.
Yes. I just got back. What's up?
Oh, no, he's visiting his wife. His wife's back home.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I mean, it's always
She
polite.
opens up the door and she's like, Killendale, it's so good to see you.
Good to see you too, Norel.
And she gives you a kiss and a mighty hug.
I want to hear the role player. I want the big.
No. How's all this business?
Vast majority of it is done, thankfully.
Well, that's good to hear.
Trace.
Did you know that Tracy lives in a mansion?
Well, he did tell us that for him and his mate, they kind of need a big area for them to live, pretty much with themselves.
Strangest thing. I never saw them once in their true form the entire time.
I mean, they're probably also trying to be polite, and also seeing a dragon in their true form is kind of terrifying.
True. You should. There was one day he had to run out and I saw him transform. It's fascinating and terrifying at the same time. I swear though that I tried to cook one night and they wouldn't let me.
Yeah, Tracy did say that you needed something to do. Granted.
Well, luckily they had a. He does have a armory, surprisingly.
Well,
I was able to practice up some of my old sword skills.
That's good, dear. So, what did you think of Tracy's mate? I do not know her name, but I do know that Tracy is quite fond of her.
Oh yeah. So her name's Alexstrasza, and she's the nicest woman I've ever met.
I mean, dragons in this day and age. Even Tracy's very polite. But
she was beyond hospitable. We mostly sat down. I honestly, the weirdest thing, I think she was more intrigued by watching things. It was kind of strange.
Well, to us, we are, well, compared to a dragon, and we are pretty much mice, I guess would be the easiest term. Since our lives are so short.
I did feel like almost a pet to them. Not in a bad sense. They were so polite and very understanding. But it was I felt like they recognized that I exist, and they respected me. But it was more like it's like I was a lesser to them. Almost how how normal people are with their dogs. It's kind of like that. Yeah, she's gold.
Well, Tracy's mate is the gold dragon, so... And I do believe they're around the same age, I guess you could say, since dragons live a lot longer than us.
Surprisingly, she's actually the younger one.
Oh. But I did learn that Tracy's mate and Cole Taroth are sisters? Stepsister, something like that?
Oh no, she's Cole Taroth's actual progeny.
Hmm.
I did bring up the fact, though, that since he was raised by Cole Taroth, apparently they don't see the same thing as family connections as we do. It's a little awkward.
Family to them is quite a lot different than what we think of it. And
so apparently they only recognize parents. They somewhat recognize siblings, but not really. Not like us.
Yeah.
We have big families.
Yeah. And also dragons, they respect those that are also older. And with Cole Taroth, she's pretty much the oldest of the dragons that we know of.
Yeah, that woman is terrifying. She came by the house once.
She's even more terrifying just beyond a business end with her.
I've never seen Tracy act so
terrified.
Yes.
It's like...
It was unsettling, really.
Pretty much...
She joined us for tea one day.
Even
Alexstrasza was very...
concerned.
Yes.
Pretty much, she's the alpha predator amongst everyone else. It's pretty much how I would say the feeling is when she's around.
I know that feeling very well.
But the business that the FBI AMI group had with her is included, and nothing major happened, thankfully.
Nothing major? Well, that's good.
Yeah. Let's just say if we did not find this person, nasty thing would happen probably to the city.
I can understand. I can put 2 and 2 together, dear. That is...
I'm also trying not to sound like I'm a rambling maniac, I guess you could say.
No, it was... It's too bad no one will know how close we were to utter destruction. Your hand in stopping it. But I know, and I'm proud of you.
I know, dear. Well, shall we discuss something over the future? And that's where Kill will end his RP.
Okay, all right, they're off to go make a baby. Sounds good.
I mean, you don't know that.
Yeah,
We said we need to talk about our future.
Comes back. He's just like, I am now the father of 14.
Nay, chicken, nay, nay.
I have a feeling. Oh my god, nay chicken, nay nay. Holy shit.
All right. Who else wants to do something? It's your guys' time. You can do whatever you want.
Now, Vol would have thought about going up north, but he's given the shit with the hag. He's not going to go anywhere near the rest of his family, so he's gonna go home and spend some time with his. I don't really want to roleplay this. I'm tired as hell. But
His cat?
he's gonna go spend some time with his long abandoned, effectively cat. You know, take care of some paperwork and stuff. Yeah. Oh, it's okay. It's okay.
Human.
You watch your cat starts pushing the bowl towards you.
Oh my
You'd
gosh.
be
I had the
saved.
neighbor watching you. All right, fine. Time for food.
Yes, but he sucks. Of course, that's
I
all
do
I
not
have.
appreciate his. Oh yeah, because you can actually talk to your cat.
I can talk to him and he can understand me, but I can't. He can't reply per se.
This is
He-
true.
So
he
my
has to-
current voice
they have
really
to speak
fits
a
for this,
language.
doesn't it?
I can talk in their head directly, but they have to speak a language to actually know what I'm
Well,
saying.
this is why you should have picked up Speak with Animals.
I'm not a fucking druid.
Close
Surprised you're
enough.
now multi-classing. The cat.
I intend to be a good cleric. I don't intend to multi-class. You don't multi-class a cleric.
That's true. It really doesn't need it.
It also it just fundamentally makes you worse.
Yeah. Well, maybe
Certain-
cleric paladin, like take 1 point in paladin just so you can get smite.
Yeah, but
That's the only way I can get it working. You take
the more
1 level in
complicated
paladin.
hit die system is less interesting.
That is true. Continuing on.
Could also go barbarian.
I mean,
You
unless you're
think
a
I
war
have enough
cleric,
defense for that? Like,
yeah. Unless you're a war cleric, you really don't need that because yeah, the armor thing's gonna nullify a lot of the
yeah,
stuff.
like I have a pretty high AC, but it's because I'm wearing a lot of armor and have a shield. It's not because I'm physically hardy, you know.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Vol can take a hit, but he's not like a tank.
No. Okay. Anybody else want to do something?
I will go break it to my parents about my arm.
Oh no.
Oh, here we go. All right.
Get the
So
popcorn.
you managed to get a cab and make your way over to your parents' house. It's the weekend, so your entire family, or your mom and dad, are home.
I'll walk in and I'll be like, "Hola mamá, hola papá, les tengo algo que decir." and then I will
Just walks
roll
in.
up my
I thought,
sleeve and let them see my arm, and then I will show them the armor underneath, and I will tell my dad
Marco, ¿por qué?
I lost it in the line of duty. It was either
I'm going to go talk to this Trazinos myself. That man, dragon, whatever he or
I don't think
whatever
you would know
he
he's a
is.
dragon.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I fucked up that. That man, it will pay for this.
it wasn't him.
I'm going to go
It
tell him right now.
it was a lion. Somebody had got a fey lion.
What are you doing fighting lions? I thought you were supposed to be.
We had to rescue some women that were being abducted throughout the city.
Sorry, Mom. I lost my arm to a mystical fairy lion in Super.
Now you have to remember though, in Spanish households or Mexican households, Hispanic households, saving women is something seen as honorable. So
Dating women.
No,
saving. Yeah, dating women. Yeah, dating.
Well, I mean, they do all of that too. The Latin love, man. Can't stop it.
That didn't buy it.
I dated a Mexican guy.
And then I'll tell them like how many women that we ended up saving, and and I said, that's somebody's daughter, I go, well, there were evil things being done to them, and they weren't surviving, and whoever, the killer's been brought to justice. They're no longer alive. They paid the ultimate price for their folly.
I'm proud of you, my son.
Gracias, Papa.
Nada. But look at what.
I'll try not to lose any more body
put
parts.
The armor on. Why?
I had to. I was.
No. I
was in the.
I can get us a priest. He'll help you get this thing off of you before it does anything.
I was in the Undercroft, and that's where the women were being held, and there was no way that I could leave the team and the team succeed and rescue all the women if I would have left them. So I had to make a choice.
Look,
I only had one.
I know a couple of Tesla scientists as well. I have some friends. We will do everything we can to get your arm back. But this, you don't even know what this thing will do to you.
It just drains a little blood.
And you just watch as your mom starts to faint. Look what you're doing to your mother. Jesus.
Well, you're the one bringing it up.
Ejo. Mi amor.
I'll go over there and I'll be like, mamá, no es nada. No, eso nomás es un poquito de sangre.
Mijo, my mijo. Look.
Congratulations, you've broken your family.
No, see, we'll get him fixed. I know some people. We'll get you fixed, right? And see, he's nothing. But another look.
I'll nod.
All right.
And I'm like, don't worry, Mama. It's temporary. And I go, and besides, if I have kids, this is not like they're gonna get an arm like this or anything like that. They'd be normal, healthy babies.
How are you sure? You don't even know what this thing is.
I am pretty damn sure it's bonded only to me. And it's up here.
Your dad leans over and he whispers in your ear. Did you check?
Did what?
Did you check?
Did I check?
You need to stage whisper it. Your mic's not picking you up.
Oh, sorry. Did you check? Oh,
I'll check. I'll just turn around and, that way my back's from my mom. And then I'll check and I'll be like, yes, it's all there.
You just have a crab claw instead down there. Just
All of a sudden, this mechanical penis comes out.
It's
And
prehensile and it's a mind
Rocco,
of its
you
own.
hear a whisper in your head.
Uh-huh.
Genix. Strange.
Hmm?
Genix. Strange.
Alex Strange?
Organics. Strange.
Oh. And I will sit there and say, nice to meet you. I figured you were pretty lonely down there.
Are you talking to your junk?
No, I'm not talking to my junk. I'm talking to the armor.
Nope, that's all it said. That's all you heard for right now. You don't know where that
Okay.
came from.
I'm pretty sure
That
that's
is
the
very
armor.
confused.
I'm pretty sure it's the armor, but yes.
No, I said it in my head. I
Yeah.
did say that.
But it didn't respond back after when you said that.
Man, he's probably got tons of stories he could tell me. I'll have to try to commune with this thing later on. But
How many people
I'll
it's
go
beaten and killed?
or saved. I will go ahead, shower, change, and go and have.
Yeah, it's kind of
You know,
awkward
the-
showering now because you can't really clean your chest and everything like that anymore.
Hey, I can soap it down.
Does he just smell like a like a 6-week-old
Well, it doesn't even
egg?
actually generate, and like that side of his body doesn't generate like sweat or anything. You've started to notice this as well. It's like you don't really feel like the outward, it doesn't feel like there's anything on that side of your body or your chest. It's
It doesn't
just
sweat. It just secretes a thin layer
It's-
of yellowish mucus.
It's just
No,
there.
it's just there. There's like nothing. Even like as you're showering, you're like, well, there should nothing. Like it's like a normal bodily functions don't happen around the armor itself.
So, when I put like when I go and I shower and stuff like that, I'll clean it off with soap, whatever, if there's any dirt on it or whatever. But does it react to the soap, to the water?
It does not.
Okay. Then I get a new change of clothes and I'll go and have dinner with my family until I'm needed to go back to the station.
Let's have some tapas.
Yes,
Sure.
tamales, por favor.
Your mom makes some glorious homemade tamales.
Nice.
So
Are you Spanish or Mexican? I'm very confused now.
Hey, it's almost one and the same.
Not really, though.
No, not even
Those are
close.
not
At
at all
all.
the same. Like, you
Um,
speak roughly the
Person
same
would beat
language.
you right now.
That's like saying an American is English.
I mean, we're not.
An American speaks English.
Yeah, and a Hispanic and a Spaniard both speak Spanish, but they sound a bit different.
I can't look. My only frame of reference for Hispanic is Hispanics from South of America.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Or-
like, actual Hispanic people versus
Yeah.
Spaniards.
I have no experience with Spaniards other than maybe Antonio Banderas, and that's not a
I've
very
met
good
people
representation
from
for all of them.
The
Mhm.
majority of countries from Europe, but I don't know if I've ever met anyone from Spain. So yeah.
We'll put it this way: if you were to have somebody from say Latin America that spoke Spanish, and then you had somebody from Spain, and then you had me from the U.S., and you sat us all down at a table, there would only be slight nuances in reference to certain words,
Yeah.
like
like Australian English. Like, it's still the same language.
Yeah, but they might sit there and say one word, and it might be like a different meaning to it because that's how they associate it, in their language. But we would still understand the word. We just might not associate the meaning because it might be cultural to the province or the region that they live in. You know,
Okay.
but Spanish is pretty much Spanish. I mean, it's only when you
it's the
start
same
getting
with, like English. English is English. It's just we have different idioms that
Yeah.
each of us uses. But yeah. And your dad's like, so, do you know about this business with the with Kulturov landing in the city last night?
Yeah.
So that was your little
Yep.
investigate the bureau.
Yeah, we had to save the baby. It was a
What?
girl too. We had to save her child.
I'm proud of you. Sounds like you're doing good things other than losing your arm.
Sometimes being a hero,
Guards are gonna rip off his arm and beat him with it.
I'll tell him sometimes being a hero has its price. But
First
you know
thing
that
tomorrow, as soon as you wake up, I'm going to start calling in some of my favors. We're getting that arm fixed. No discussion.
I don't know. I think it looks pretty cool.
Cool. You know what was cool? My father was cool. He worked very hard raising bulls in Spain.
Yeah, but
He
look
was
at this. Look at it.
Who? I'm not
This is
clear
an
on myself.
abomination, Rocco. An abomination.
You are not cool.
And I'll tell him, and I'm like, Papa, look, think about it this way, right? Say I'm walking down the street, I'm unarmed, and somebody comes at me with a knife. I can actually use my arm to defend myself against the knife. I can
do that
actually block
before.
the knife.
But what did it cost you, Mijo?
Block
What did
the
it cost
knife.
you?
What
What
did
did
it-
it cost you? You don't know what this thing is going to do to you.
Well, it depends. Since I'm an artificer now, if I go into the armor, I could actually probably interact with this armor and have it encase my whole body.
So you just want to give up all of yourself to this thing. I don't.
Now that would be
Maria,
badass.
what am I supposed to tell him? He is your son. Stop
Oh my
arguing.
god, I could be like the Predator. I'll be all.
What?
That
what
reference is-
predator?
60 years early.
What predator are you speaking of? You've been listening too much to the radio. That's it. That's it right there.
It's American. It's
I
American.
spoiled you.
It's American
I spoiled
radio.
you. That's it right there. I should have sent you to the army. Should have sent you to the army. You would have learned discipline. You have no discipline.
Papa, you're the one that took me down to see Madame Tony's place.
It's not discipline.
You took my precious Mijo where? You nowhere, dude. Nowhere.
We
didn't go. Hey, Rock,
Rocco over here
Rocco,
actively
we
creating
went
marital
nowhere.
issues.
We went nowhere, right?
You are
We went
horrible,
nowhere.
son.
See,
we drove by, and Papa told me, he's like, Mijo, you see that building right there? Don't go there because bad things happen.
exactly. It's a land of harlots.
Yes.
That is exactly what I said.
And then Papa took me and we drove by some of the badder parts of the city, and he said, Mijo, if you go down
Where
here,
I live.
te van a chingar, and te van a fregar, te van a robar, and then bad shit happens, Mijo. And then I was like, Papi, I understand.
See, I see. I am showing him. Like, yep. Hmm. He watches your dad just looks at you like, I'm gonna fucking, I will hurt you so bad. Oh,
And
okay. See me more. Honey.
So I'll tell him. I'll tell him. Hey, by the way, do you want to hear I can tell you the story of everything that happened down there. Some of the heroic highlights and stuff.
Not in front of your mother.
Okay, she might faint again.
Oh, I don't know. Look at your arm. And you want to give up your whole body to the bloodsucking armor. Where did I go wrong? Where did I go wrong? We will. This is not the end of this. I will let you know that.
I told you I wanted that one car. You said no, and I was like,
Oh my
no.
God.
How could I get back at my dad?
Oh my god, angsty teenager!
Angsty teenager decides to get his arm replaced by freaking cursed armor to get back at parents, while simultaneously estranging them from one another.
And I'm like, just kidding, Papa. Just
You.
kidding.
Oh, because you didn't get a Model T. You know how expensive those things are? Oh, I guess it wasn't a Model T. I guess it was some other car in the.
I know,
in the
yeah.
20s.
I'll look it up.
But I'll be like this,
Look up
Poppy.
luxury
You
cars,
did it.
1920.
I'm gonna be like this, but Poppy, it was a lowrider. It had the hydraulics and everything. I would have been.
Oh
Yeah,
my
just
god.
like
That's the thing. Oh my god, and that stereotype like
Hold
fuck
on,
no,
hold
that
on.
is wrong.
Those didn't exist yet.
Yeah.
Does it have like that
19-
pearl
1920s
finish?
1920 Rolls-Royce Phantom limousine.
Mm-hmm.
He'd probably want like a coupe or something though.
Oh, that thing, it's like... Yeah, let's see.
Hey.
This is the 1920 Rolls-Royce.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
Yes, it is.
yeah.
That. Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat for the spoiled rich character. Huh. Yes, I was adjusting the volume, Kai. So it should be a little more normalized between the two.
Where'd you post that? Okay.
Yeah.
You want me to post it?
No, I'm about to. I just had to
Okay.
go through
At the
three
D&D.
links.
Where'd you
Yes,
link it?
it'll be
D&D
in-
text channel?
Warlords of D&D.
Yeah, we have one word. Yep.
That thing.
Yeah, that's definitely
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
exactly
that
the
is
same
a
car I'm looking at.
beautiful fucking car. Holy shit.
I'll take 5.
The Rolls Royces of the 1920, iconic.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And they're fast.
It is considered
Yeah,
the rarest
so you're
limo in
just
the
mad
world
because
as well.
I couldn't get you a Rolls Royce. You know what? My father never got me a car.
Yeah,
had
but
to
your
work
puppy,
for it.
your puppy wasn't an ambassador.
Cars weren't a thing.
That's besides the point. Mysterious voice.
Yeah, you didn't need a car. You
It's the armor.
You
the armor's
walked.
giving him shit too now.
And it had hydraulics, puppy.
Hydraulics are not a thing right now, dude. You have straight up.
Well,
leaf
hydraulics
springs.
are just not in cars. Yeah.
Yeah. These are like leaf springs.
Oh my
These are like the
God.
most rough
Hey,
riding vehicles.
Hey, hold on. Now you know why it was so expensive that my dad couldn't get it. See?
Jesus.
No, it wouldn't have hydraulics though. It's like leaf springs.
No, it would have been beautiful. Absolutely
Yeah, but
gorgeous.
it would not have had hydraulics.
Yeah.
The
Hey, you waited
suspension
1
is
year.
an afterthought in these vehicles.
If you waited 1 year, you would have gotten those really nice long bodies with like the.
Hey, who's to,
Flow in the back.
wait, hold on. Who's to say that there wasn't an artificer or, you
Not
know,
right now.
or
They
No.
don't make
the one
low
guy that
riders.
developed?
They make
Yeah, if
weapons
you're an artificer,
probably.
you're not making a fucking lowrider.
No, that's no.
They're probably working on aircraft, honestly.
They don't even care about seatbelts at this time period, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
seatbelts are
cars
the
only go 20 miles per hour.
Oh, that's right. Because then everything over 20 miles an hour, and your soul gets ripped out of your body.
No, that was already proven false with
That's right.
trains.
Wait, that was an actual thing people believed?
Yeah, people.
Yes.
When steam engines first entered, especially in the United States, with a far more religious community than even in Europe at that time, people worried that traveling on a locomotive, which back then even was hitting routinely 70 to 80 miles per hour, they would say like that would be so fast it would tear you to pieces. So the first animals in the first things to ride on a locomotive in the U.S. besides the conductor were animals because people wanted proof that they wouldn't be torn apart. So they put like a fucking cow on a train.
That History is a wonderful thing.
Suffice to say,
Oh
people
my God.
quickly realized it wasn't an issue. Though they did also realize
Maybe it is an
you
issue
could
in
get
this
torn
world,
apart
too.
if the locomotive stopped immediately.
I mean, yeah. Good thing a locomotive can't stop immediately unless it hits something, and
That's
then
what,
it's
that,
a lot
that was
more
my,
than.
that was my point. Yeah, like it,
Yeah.
there's
What's
been
the
one
saying?
instance where
It's not
people
the fall that kills you,
intentionally
it's the sudden stop at the end.
Yep, it's deceleration or acceleration that hurts you. But there was actually an instance in the mid 1800s. I'll see if I can find it. There's even video of it. But they, I think it was for a safety thing. They drove two locomotives head on into each other in Texas.
All right. Let's wrap up the rest of the RP. All right. So we've got Rocco done as he's sitting there arguing with his father about
Camera
not getting a Rolls Royce.
No. All three
Kill's
arguing.
Kill's been gotten through.
Yeah, Kills is done. Val's
Val's is done.
sleeping. Maria,
Very tired.
do you want anything tonight, or you just want to? Maria's sleeping it off. She's just not feeling well.
I'm trying to think.
Yeah, we really haven't heard too much of Maria's backstory.
And that's because no one's asked.
There's not a whole
Like
lot
you
to be
fuckers know,
told.
like no one asked about Kill's fucking
We already
past.
know enough.
No, yours
Oh,
knows
carried
more
over
than they
from
need.
last. Yeah, yours carried over from the last campaign.
No, technically
Well, no,
not.
he's gonna have a story arc to himself here soon.
And then that said too is, I think besides Tracy, none of you have like my last name really.
This is
I do.
true.
My last name is Dahlgren. Wait,
Oh,
what did you ask?
Killendale has a name. Rocco has a last name. Johnny has a designation. But yeah, no, I don't think anyone really. Well, yeah, Tracy did introduce you as Maria von Edelweiss.
Yeah.
But yeah, no one ever intrigued too much about you so far. So yeah, I stand by my statement. No one's actually asked Maria much about her.
I think the best thing to know is that I know a lot about space stuff, old magic, and I was in England for a time.
Yep. And I was with you when you traumatized a
Priest.
dirty priest.
He fucking deserves it.
And Matt, you're bleeding over.
Oh, sorry.
What happens at the Ripoff Church stays at the Ripoff Church.
Oh, wow.
Not the Ripoff Church. That
Every
and
time.
you know,
It's the
we know
Church of
Maria.
Ripoff
You also know Maria does not really is not too fond of children.
I'm also
Or
not
the Catholic faith.
I'm not great with most religion.
Well,
think
you
it
haven't
did-
gone to a Norse church.
Yeah, we did specifically say that my magic didn't bother you when it was cast on and around you.
Yeah.
You might bless.
Well, because your religion really doesn't have the same type of
Yep.
Tiefling's
Especially,
reasonable.
connotations.
especially since
Yeah.
my god deals in justice, and justice is a broad topic that applies to all races. So compassion
Yeah.
is something I'm taught and something I believe in.
Yeah, because I don't think really the Norse religion has demons and stuff like that, does it?
No, it has
Mhm.
angry frost trolls and elves and
Yeah,
stuff.
exactly. So yeah, your stuff has what you
I mean,
are has
there
nothing-
are dark creatures out there like Fenrir, Jormungandr, but there are specific entities. There isn't like, I don't know why I'm doing this voice. There isn't like a whole pantheon of demons like there is in the Catholic faith.
So yeah.
People are people.
People are responsible for doing their own bad decisions, not
Oh.
demons.
One thing you guys also know about Maria, she really does not like elves at all.
Yeah.
Massive racist against elves.
Yeah. Mind you,
Fucking
true demons,
overworked
those
and-
are considered a concern, but tieflings are not, because they're people.
hmm
Really don't like elves.
Ooh, we're gonna have to. Yeah, I'm gonna have to him that in one of these days. You're gonna have to go to the Elven part of town.
It's some elf racism. Fuck yeah.
The elves were...
Bunch of
It's not as much of a problem with mostly issues with the drow and the Duragar up there.
I like how you have to put an asterisk, not much of a problem, except
Not much of a problem for the past 1,000 years or so, okay? It's got some time behind it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The Norse and elves. Yeah. There's a. Yeah. That's a. Yeah.
I just
yeah.
like to think that I had
Paul
to
does
deal
not
with so many
personally have an
elves.
issue with elves.
England,
Some
I'm
of the
just
other
like, I'm
Norse gods
fucking
are a
done
bit
with
more poignant than Tyr on that topic.
Like Thor.
Poignant is the wrong word. Thor, yeah, Thor's not a fan. Odin. Eh. Freya likes him. Freya likes everyone. She'll also.
Then there's
cut you.
Loki.
It's just time to go there. Plan B is Trickster
Loki's done
Domain
some
Loki.
weird things. Okay.
Yeah.
We don't talk about what he.
Trickster Domain Cleric of Loki. That'd be cool.
Oh God.
This literally fucks with everyone.
I'm gonna turn into a snake and fuck with people.
And fuck people. Loki's weird.
No, that's Zeus.
Zeus is dead.
Zeus is the one who turns Loki's the one that turns into a snake to play a prank on his brother. Zeus is the one that turns into a snake to bang people.
Yeah, that's true. Loki, play dead. I hate that joke.
Get help. I hate that plan.
Okay,
MC
continuing
Loki
on.
The thing is,
Yeah, I think we can,
DM question. The game chat.
Go ahead. What's your question?
It's in the in-game chat.
Okay.
Yeah, that's infernal.
I think you could still do it with what you're doing right now. But yeah, you could play as more of like I'd say more like kind of like a gypsy.
Well, the thing I've also seen with that is where they've suggested that kind of thing using the base classes is you like grab 1 or 2 levels out of sorcerers to get their weird shit on top of art.
I mean, yeah, you could go for like some wild magic.
Because there's one of them that I've seen where you have like a fey leaning anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, you could do it.
I just don't know where I'd start for RP on that.
You could just say it as like your natural magic starts to awaken as you start to get older.
That worked. I guess I just started doing daily chore kind of thing.
Yeah.
So like I'll go to like butchers or whatever because tieflings eat sleep
Yeah.
and raw meat. I also get bones.
Yeah.
Bones.
To do that.
Debating if I want to pay a visit to the Ripoff Church. Just say hi, piss them off for fun.
That's up to you, man.
Are her meds just straight codeine? Did we confirm that?
It could be.
No. You can get that at the pharmacy.
Yeah.
No alcohol, but you can
I
get hard drugs for cheap.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So you can get straight opium. It's the wonder drug.
Yep.
Fun fact,
Just ask the
real life,
Germans.
I've had a morphine drip, like an actual IV bag of it. It did fuck nothing.
Depends. Some
You
people
might be resistant to it.
a lot of people are resistant to opiates, and that's one of the most dangerous things is because you won't feel the physical effects as much, but they will still be affecting you. So a lot of people who OD on opiates are resistant to them at the start, and they end up doing far too much.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
No, I'll stop by like a side grocery or whatever. I'll get like, meat food that's separate from everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
I eat normal human food, but I can give off like sulfur, blood, oil, stone, like brimstone.
Yep. We can go with that. Yeah.
I'll grab some meds because I'm gonna piss off.
You do. I would say that you do prefer your meat rare.
I just went and I looked at what the tiefling thing is from like the coast thing, and it really lists out what your diet is.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm just following that.
Sure. Go ahead.
Yeah, basically I can eat raw flesh, blood, rocks. I can't live on rocks for very long, but I can.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. You know, back when Dungeons and Dragons has this racial. Nope, not going down that route.
Let's
Mhm.
not talk about 6th edition. It doesn't exist yet. It can't hurt us.
It don't exist.
We're mid session, no.
All right.
Okay.
So you got your stuff.
I pick up some headache meds. I'm gonna need them.
And
I would like to proceed to the Ripoff Church.
all right, you proceed to the Ripoff Church.
It's not called that, but that's what she calls it.
That's what we're gonna call it.
I mean, it's a church that's a mob front.
it's technically a Ripoff Church.
Yeah.
hmm
um,
I
That's not called that.
Except the Mother Superior is not wielding a diesel.
to
Yeah.
your knowledge, you haven't met the nuns.
They're all back at heat.
And you go around to the back door, and you knock.
I don't knock.
Hold
I
on.
like full fist, like hit on it. I'm like, hey, open up. I'm bored.
You watch as he cracks open the door. God, it's fucking you.
Oh, you.
I am
know
not
it's
here
not
for
me.
your entertainment.
I got nothing else going on. You ain't got nothing else going on either. We both know that.
Why do I even... Fine, come in. Ah. Jesus, please help me deal with this wayward soul.
Yeah, help. Here.
He has more power here than you.
Yeah.
This is still a house of God, and I'll have you remember that.
Goes to a god. I'm
There's
guessing
only
he's
one
a-
God,
He is
well,
a wee
one-
bit busy.
one true God. He is still aware of everything that happens, and he looks out for his flock.
Like a lovely big brother. Except for some of his flock doesn't quite like them.
Man is given free will to make his own decisions. Now, what brings your shining face here today?
Just
And
pops
don't
one-
give me that crap about I have nothing to do and you have nothing to do. What do you want from me?
Quite honestly, I'm absolutely fucking bored. There's no fun Feywilds to march through. You remember Wales? It's always fun there. You know, always
No,
dodging that.
That is why I
going
left the
down
old
streets.
country.
Oh, come on. You know, you gotta love the sights of just a cow moving at Mach 5 across the fucking moors without its legs moving.
Yeah, the Knock McFeal.
They're fun.
They are not fun. They're fucking low right bastards is what they are.
Yes, they're fun. More entertainment. I think that's why your god leaves them around.
There are just some things that are a part of the natural order of the world. God has a plan for everything, including the Knock McFeagle.
You can get them to do an honesty for all power to them. I don't think there's enough alcohol on the fucking planet for it.
Well, in other good news, apparently there was a dragon seen flying through the city.
Heard about that.
Will that have
Yeah.
anything to do with you?
Possibly, maybe. I don't know. I was looking like dead tired at the time, probably.
I'll take that as a yes.
When in doubt, when there's scary things flying, I'm probably involved.
And apparently, Madame Tully managed to get a little dragonling of her own. I wonder if that had anything to do with the dragon seen flying through the city.
What happened to Greg? Greg. How's it not working? Find that.
I'll drink to that. And he watches he pulls out a flask. What? It's holy wine.
I don't care.
Oh.
I know you guys have all your religious exemptions, so I'm not stepping on that line.
Very true.
Not worth the time fighting over it.
Oh. Well, I'll be damned. She learns. The lessons of the Lord actually do break through.
Don't say it too loud, I'll burst into flames.
If only. Yes, spawn of Lucifer and Lilith.
Out of character question.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you think, I thought they were beings, not directly.
In this world, they are the... So, you would know that the first, like, interactions between mortals and demons was after
Sorry,
Lucifer's
that wasn't
fall.
supposed to be there.
Mm-hmm. The first interaction between devils and... or the demonic entities and mortals would have been through... the demons were originally created from Lilith and Lucifer. She is considered the mother of all demons. And Lilith isn't Adam's first wife in this world. She is Persephone. She went with Lucifer down when he fell. She would be considered your patron mother.
So we're more related to
Hmm?
Okay.
Yeah, you are technically, you are just another side of the divine in this world. You are a side of the divine.
I'm just like a slightly tainted human.
Well, it's more like yin and yang. There can't be
Oh.
darkness without light.
Yeah, good point.
You're
Going
the
full Kojak.
darkness. Yeah.
Am I a shadow bringer?
You are
Master
not a
Shifu.
shadow bringer or
Master
the warrior of
Shifu, spitting
darkness.
facts.
I could have done Darkness Domain Cleric.
But I want to embrace the edge. Let me bring my Dark Knight.
Oh
My
god.
Dark Knight in a fucking maid outfit. Beautiful.
Are you,
Man, we are
Batman
missing
or
a Batman, aren't we?
you are not an apostle of Hardy.
But no, there's a joke. In Final Fantasy 14, I play a cat girl, and I have like a full maid outfit for my Dark Knight. And it's literally like a cat girl maid with basically a fridge on a stick for a sword. And it is the sword is like 1.5 times taller than I am.
Yeah.
Never getting another proper Final Fantasy again.
Or just too powerful.
It is. It makes too much money.
Okay.
Continuing on. But yeah, no, you are
Slightly
the way
demonic.
I think of in this world. Yeah, you are
Demon-like.
closer to the. You are actually, I would say, you're closer to the ancient Greek pantheon than you are Yahweh. But because it's the way the divinities have shifted, you are just the darkness to Yahweh's light. If you were to look at yourself on a
So I'm basically acting as this priest.
also, War, check
Like
your
altar
DMs. I
side.
did send you.
will do.
info.
Right, is Infernal in this again still Latin?
Yes.
Okay.
And Celestial is Aramaic. At least their sect of Celestial is Aramaic.
What's Yiddish?
No.
Could just be Yiddish. Languages could just be languages.
It's Yiddish. Yeah, Yiddish. It's Yiddish. Yeah, because it's yeah.
More like I said that jokingly. If anything, it'd be more Hebrew because Yiddish is specifically a Hebrew plus German Eastern European thing.
Oh, then yeah, it would be Hebrew.
Yeah. I was making a joke. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't clarify. Again, I'm very tired and I'm drinking now to try and sleep.
Yeah. That's why I put 2 and 2 together. Exile. Yeah.
Gotcha. I was just confirming if you remember.
What did you say there, Kai?
To the priest. Well, I'm sitting there, and I'm guessing I've opened up like my little thing of tea or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I just turned to him like, last adventure were interesting. We were excretus SX Atune. Strongly reprimanded.
Well, saints preserve us.
There's
Glad
a lot
that
of
all turned out.
there's a lot of fun things on the ground.
Well, there are places where even the light of God does not shine.
Quite a few. Also, I forget, in that dungeon, did we find some of his family's thing down there?
No, you found Italians.
Yeah. I just remember we found some corpses. I didn't remember.
Yeah, no, they were Italians, not
they were very corpse-like.
Not Irish.
Okay. No. But yeah. So he went. So I responded to his thing about where a lot of places where God's light doesn't touch, and I just respond, quite a few.
Well, eventually that will hopefully change. The light of God will spread around this entire world. And we won't have to deal with such darkness and evil.
Darkness is what makes it fun.
But the evil that comes with the darkness, child, that is not worth anything.
I mean, you need darkness for light. What is light by itself? Not blind.
True. Well, a swig. Oh, no wait, we are an officer of the law now. No drinking in this country.
Not like I missed the drink that much.
Oh yeah, I remember that one time you were at the tavern. How much money did you earn after that nice little righteous jig?
I don't remember. I think I returned it. Returned a booze.
Oh, you turned something. You really don't remember?
No. I vaguely remember something about me chanting repeatedly. Vinny Vermuli.
I will tell you this there, lass. It was a very interesting version of God Save the Queen.
Which is funny because we don't got a queen at the moment.
I know. It's almost like as if you were foreshadowing.
How is Edward doing right now?
I haven't been keeping up on crown business.
tend to take over fucking everything.
I mean, we still have our holdings out in Africa.
Hmm.
But honestly, the crown can go shove itself, taking people's lands.
I mean, that's just
He's IRA level Irish.
yeah. I mean,
Not that I would wish death on any man. It's God's place to judge, not ours.
I
But
believe the
some
correct legal
individuals
term
could at
that
least
they
use a
like
proper
to
help
say-
in getting there.
I believe the correct legal term you're looking for is wires come quick, right? Get what you grab.
Ah, that is true, lass. That is true.
Also, can I retcon myself? It's actually King George at this time.
Oh, King George? Okay. Yeah, because Queen Elizabeth is still, like, a
He wasn't
child.
coronated
I think
till, like,
she's an infant about now.
Yeah.
If she's even alive, I'll look it up.
She would be because she served World War II.
She was born. She's -6 years old.
I know she was part of the home front part of it. Did drive.
The queen is also 5'4". I thought she was slightly taller than that.
Oh, no,
I
she's
did not know she was that short. Jesus.
Like, I knew she was
5'5".
short. You can see her just in perspective of everyone else, but I thought she was like 5'6", 5'7".
Yeah.
Like, I thought she was average height.
Nope, she's short.
She's also probably gotten shorter with the time, so.
Yeah.
Immortality ritual takes away her height.
Yeah,
In
she
between
gives up an inch
feedings.
for every decade she adds onto her life.
It's in between feedings. It's just like, well, we got Diana, now we're finished Charles. She's looking for a new one.
Apparently, Charles is going to be king.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh.
she had her platinum jubilee thing recently and did a lot to pump up Charles and Camilla, his wife, about them being the heirs. So making it clear, no,
Oh.
we're not skipping them, because he's never been super popular. He's always been kind of the black sheep of the family.
Mm.
So it's interesting that she recently had some health issues. I think she's trying to clean house a little bit, just in case. Because I'm
Yeah,
sure she plans on
fun.
living in our 2 centuries, but just in case.
Yeah, she's
Charles
she's
was
ready.
the last one.
She's ready to go live like
Well,
out of the
after
spotlight.
Andrew, A, was not really in line for the throne, and B, all the other shit, try to give Charles a bit better public image.
Hard to have as bad as one as Andrew.
Yep. And that's where we leave that topic,
Mm-hmm.
because that's stream stuff. It's not.
Welcome to the Talking About Royal stream.
Yeah, let's not stop on that one.
I don't know.
Let's continue on.
Mhm.
We'll go past me drunkenly singing "God Save the King."
It's the same song. It's just
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. slightly.
All right. Yep.
Oh.
You watch as he holds up his flask. God save the king.
King and country. I take a swig of my.
Soon we'll knock those bastards out of our lands.
I have a feeling it's not going to work out. It never seems to.
Well, the Americans were able to do it.
Yeah, but you also see how they treat E.
I still can't believe they wasted tea. Good tea.
Absolutely fucking barbaric.
I know.
Everyone in the car was fuck.
I I'm really trying to get a grasp on the relationship between these characters because, like,
It's
sometimes
love-hate.
they're at each other's throats. Now they're drinking and reminiscing about how much they're pissed off about
Maria
the fucking tea party.
subconsciously hears a
The secret. It's a fucking closet couple. Come on.
Maria
Well,
hears
I would assume. I think the father is older than Maria is, correct?
It's 1920.
Yeah.
He's not like ancient though.
No,
How
no,
old is
but
he?
he's in his. Yeah.
Early
He's in
50s?
his 60s. Early 50s, yeah. Let's say he's in his 50s.
Maria halfway across the
It's not
New
downright
York
close yet.
hears kill sneeze.
It is 1920. I'm just gonna repeat.
This is true, but that aside, no, I don't think their relationship is more like disappointed father and rebellious daughter.
They have a lot of shared history, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's more like a fucked up family that no one wanted to be in.
yep. And it
Yeah.
sounds like tonight
It's-
went slightly better than their last meeting.
Disappointment all around.
Yes. You're a criminal. Well, you're a devil. Oh, you're just gonna bring up the devil thing. That's all you've got. That's all I need.
How was it asked to be born this way, Dad? Runs away. Moody teenager.
Runs away. To go join the police.
Yeah, I'm an upstanding citizen.
Why don't you sound like Bill Clinton?
I did not have relations with that dragon.
Oh God, no, Bill. Yeah, no.
Okay.
No.
There.
He's
No.
not
Let's
around yet. We don't have to deal with that bridge until the 90s.
Oh shit! It's even funnier when we know these people are still alive. Oh, that's great.
I'll probably be the only one still alive.
In that case,
Nah.
Monica Lewinsky was a gnome.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, that makes sense.
But,
Actually, Bill Clinton having a thing for short stacks.
That's how she fared the
there's an
desk
army
service
of
with.
kobolds for interns.
That was good. That was good.
That was good.
That was pretty fucking good.
Someone's gonna watch this and they're either gonna fucking die from laughter or
That is. You fucker. Oh, alright. Who's up? Who's next on the chopping block?
It's just Johnny left.
Yeah,
Oh,
Johnny.
Johnny doesn't have any fucking really have any plans.
he did if Rocco did put on the fucking blood sucking
Yeah,
armor.
there was gonna be plans.
I think the only thing that I would do to like end my session would ask him about local fairy stuff happening here.
Well, no sightings in my parish.
No
Thankfully.
weird. Oh, we've seen the Nakmek Feegle here, so they have to have a hole somewhere.
They find a hole wherever they want. There's nothing anyone could do to really stop them.
Basically bipedal rats.
Well, luckily they don't really go into the city proper too often. Too much iron.
Not enough cows. Still.
No. Though we are thinking of... Oh, nope, I might want to keep that to myself. You almost got me waggling my tongue there.
Oh, you know you like leg wing. Everyone's fun after they have a couple drinks.
I can hold my liquor better than most. Thank you very much.
Sure. I don't know. I should probably get disappearing back to the office.
Yep. Don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you.
Well, I'll make sure to split the door in half before it.
Take care, Maria.
Farewell, Pecos.
Heathen.
God bother.
Whore.
I think of a good way. The first thing that I wanted to say right after that was Protestant fuck bucket, but
You say it.
he's Catholic. It doesn't work.
Exactly. That's what he was throwing back at you. Like
Carl
a
Diddler.
bloody
Oh,
Catholic.
no, I can't say that.
Well, let me know so I don't interrupt your time with little Timmy. Bye. Runs upstairs.
That's not come out yet. And I don't touch little boys.
He
Give it
says loudly enough
time.
for everyone in the building to hear. Like,
I'm like, long fucking god. And just all the nuns upstairs are like, what?
dimension doors out. Like,
The nuns as they're cleaning, as they're pouring liquor into bottles.
The fucking father's like, I don't touch little boys. And I'm like, what?
they're like, sure.
No, he's old school tradition. He's old school Irish Catholic.
There's my bit done. Enjoy
Alright.
the mental image of fucking Clinton bum-fucking a bunch of halflings kobolds.
Oh god,
No.
no.
No,
No.
no. We're in 1920. The man doesn't exist and isn't even a fucking sperm yet. No.
Alright. Johnny, you're the last one.
Like I said, there's no plans anymore.
Okay.
Johnny takes his post and just takes his post to the office and keeps up with all the paperwork.
I would say Johnny probably has some of the most well-kept paperwork.
It's
His
almost
handwriting
nothing.
is impeccable.
It's a nothing
It's almost
to me.
like typing. It's almost like typed.
Johnny
He just moves
Johnny
his
fucking writes in Times New Roman.
I just like to think he has his arm like perfectly parallel to the page and just moves it back and forth like a printer.
No,
Yeah.
the
Just
pencil's,
moving, like, just.
the pencil's integrated into my hand. Or not
Or
a
he has
pencil, it's
a-
a pen. It's a pen because there's no mistakes.
He got an inkwell
Yep.
in his right pinky.
Oh man.
Or he has a
All
fountain
right.
pen. 'Cause I think those
with
did
that-
exist.
We will wrap up this week's session. No session next week because I'll be traveling.
Okay.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of that D&D stream for a hot minute. For at least 2 weeks now. I might stream another campaign that I'm part of the following weeks until this one comes back, but it's just one of those things that you have to hold hope for that this campaign gets picked back up. Anywho, I hope you all have a good rest of your week. Good start of your week, I should say. Not rest. Not Sunday. Friday. Anywho, I hope your dice rolls and your D&D campaigns are forever in your favor. For some of them were with us, and others not. Just a long shot, signing off.